Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into this edition of High School Hoops on CISN TV. Colin Brown alongside my partner, Mr. Tyler, here this evening. Tyler, we got a good one on our hands. Get set for a doubleheader. Waukee Northwest, the Ankeny Hawks. Start with the women. Two teams coming off losses. Something's got to change here this evening.
Yeah, for Northwest, it seemed like they started to right that ship a little bit against Waukee last week. Losers 6 out of 7 before that, but a great, heartfelt comeback for them in their biggest rivalry for them on the season. An amazing game from Sadie Moss. She's become the heart and soul of this team, averaging over 11 points per game, and that really doesn't show just how good she's been in the second half. Games of 18 against Waukee, 20 points against Johnson just last week. She has been the focal point offensively, and it's led to inside-out shooting opportunities for this team, and we've really seen players like Keila Madison and Megan Lawns be able to knock some shots down from downtown in the process.
Yeah, no doubt, averaging 11 points, 6 boards per game on the season. She has been special for Northwest. We flip the page quickly, look at Ankeny, another team coming off a loss, but they share the wealth, spread the ball around. Tell us a little bit about the Hawks here this evening.
Well, this team led by Savannah Gage, over 16 points per contest. She's a great, efficient shooter, 46% from the field, 37% from downtown, second on the team in made threes, so you know she's going to have the ball in her hands. Just a sophomore this year. She's shown some great growth from her freshman year, and a lot to be excited about for her moving forward, and getting some great help from Jenna Pitts. It feels like Pitts has been around this team forever. This is now her 4th year, a senior this year, and another player that, you know, she doesn't shoot the best percentage from downtown, but she's a threat to be able to put some shots up, and you got to respect that. That's what both these teams have. You know, on paper, you may not have the best shooters around, but when Keila Madison, Megan Lawns are going to be lighting stuff up from downtown a little bit, Sadie Moss even able to step out a little bit and shoot. And then on the other side, mentioned Savannah Gage, Carson Jacks, 2 players shooting over 37%, as well as Kendra Lewis off the bench at 39%. Both these teams expect to see them shoot a lot of threes from downtown.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 teams coming into play, as mentioned, with a loss. Ankeny comes in 8-9 on the season, so looking to get back to that 500 mark here in play tonight. You mentioned it, a team that's going to shoot a lot of threes. They're shooting 40% from beyond the arc on the season. You flip the side to Northwest. Again, three-point percentage has kind of been a dagger for them, just over 28% this season. But you're telling me they'll let it fly here this evening from deep.
Yeah, this team is not afraid to let the ball out of their hands from downtown. And, yeah, 28%, but it doesn't show just how good the looks are. And Nure Barnes has seen her percentage go down a little bit, but last year and the beginning of this year, she was up near 38%, and she's someone that if you leave her open, she's going to make you pay with that left-handed shot. And look to see some dribble attack from Keila Madison. She's really the only player on this team that feels like she can consistently break down a defense, get to the hoop. And when you've got a player like Sadie Moss who can step out, hit those 15, 20-footers, and then she's a post that she might be the best at it in the state at running the floor. She gets a lot of transition points, so Northwest can create some havoc defensively, get some turnovers. Expect to see her run the floor well, and her team finds her the ball. And defensively, she's a huge part of this team, averaging 33 blocks a game, more team blocks than the entire Ankeny team.
Yeah, that is an impressive stat, and I tell you what, this Northwest team looking to get back on track, but we got a doubleheader here this evening. Excited to be with you. We'll kick things off just under 5 minutes here with the women, and that'll be followed by the men. So we got a good one. Stay with us live from Waukee Northwest. We'll take a short break and be back with more high school hoops on CISN.
Certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Back with you from Waukee Northwest High School, Colin Brown alongside my partner Tyler French. Just minutes away from kicking things off on a late January battle between the Wolves and the Hawks. And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, stay with us after this first one. The men will be coming up. We got Northwest at Ankeny, a doubleheader here this evening. And Tyler will quickly hit on the men. Obviously, Waukee Northwest, our top 5 team in the state. They got some star power for the Wolves.
Yeah, very top-heavy up the beginning with Price Sanford, Cade Kelderman, two guys that are going to compete every game. And, Price, second best player in the state behind Omaha Ballou. We saw the two of them duke it out last Friday night, and a very surprising finish, a blowout loss to the Waukee Warriors. So there'll be a lot for them to come out and play for against a good Ankeny team. That record doesn't really show how good this team is. A win over Waukee a couple weeks ago. So whatever team shows up for Ankeny could determine the outcome of that game.
Yeah, no doubt. Waukee comes into play 13-2 on the season, 9-2 in conference play. Both those losses coming here of late. Flip gears or flip sides relatively quickly. You touched on Ankeny, 6-10, 4-7 in conference play. They share the wealth. Carson Johnson up over 13 points per game. He'll have to get things rolling early for the Hawks.
Yeah, and I think a big X factor in that game is going to be Leo Guire, who, if he can kind of come out, become another scorer for them. It's what we saw on Northwest side from Cade Kelderman a couple of these games. He had 30 in their first win back in December against Waukee. He is a great Robin to Price Sanford's Batman. So it's going to be which top duo can take over. And I'm looking at big X factors in both games. I think Jayla Williams, as a freshman for Ankeny on the girls' side, and Avery Vogt, another freshman on the other side for Waukee Northwest. She's got that starting job. This will be her sixth straight start if she gets the call again tonight. And she has played extremely well. The numbers don't really reflect her impact. Good defense, attacking off the dribble, and she's grown and gotten more confident every game out.
Yeah, big time to bring somebody off the bench like that now into the starting lineup for Northwest. It's going to be a good one. We got Waukee Northwest and Ankeny coming up here shortly. We'll take one more break, have the national anthem, and be back with first quarter action on CISN.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Back with you from Northwest High School. We just finished the national anthem. Excuse me, Colin Brown, alongside my partner, Tyler French. Tyler, we got a good doubleheader here this evening. Waukee Northwest, the Ankeny Hawks going at it. Let's get you the starting lineups quickly. First, for the visiting Ankeny Hawks, Savannah Gage, the sophomore, starts in the backcourt alongside a junior, Carson Jacks, at the small forward spot. It's Jayla Williams, a freshman, accompanied by Jasmine Mosier down low, and Jenna Pitts in the backcourt as well for the Hawks. We'll flip it over to Northwest. Tell us about the starting lineup for the Wolves.
So Kayla Madison is going to be the big one. She's going to have the ball in her hands consistently. Their starting point guard. Megan Lawn's a senior shooter for this team. Josie Vandekroll, a 3-and-D type player. She doesn't have the best percentage from three, but not afraid to let it fly. Almost 40 attempts from downtown on the season. And yeah, we were talking Northwest likes to shoot the ball almost 20 threes per game and knocking it down to just under 29%. Avery Vogt, like I said, a big X factor for this team. Can play defense, can attack a little bit off the dribble. She's not one you're going to see shoot a lot, only 4 3-point attempts on the season. But Sadie Moss, the key to this team, if she can put up consistent double-double like she's been doing the last couple of weeks, this team is very tough to beat. So I'm looking at Jasmine Mosier and Sadie Moss. That's the matchup to watch. Both double-digit scorers, both like to hit the offensive glass. Mosier just over 2 offensive rebounds a game, and on the other side, Moss just under 3 per game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a deadly, deadly team. If they get hot from beyond the arc, Tyler, could be game over early. Flipping sides for the Hawks. Ankeny comes in 8-9 on the season overall. This is a team, though, shooting 40% from the field, over 30% from 3. They'll let it fry from deep, but they want to get into the paint and get it to their star playmakers as well.
Yeah, if you get the opportunity, especially with the height that someone like Savannah Gage has, when you can step outside, shoot 37% from downtown, and at 5'10", she doesn't necessarily hit the glass a bunch, but she does have over 60 rebounds this season, going to be a big factor for them, and expect to see them go to her early and often. And defensively, off the bench, I'm really excited to see Zoe Sadravan leads the team in blocks, just around 1 per contest. But if she can provide some good depth, size is one thing that Northwest struggles with outside of Sadie Moss. Chloe Hayes, the only other real post on this team, and she more of a guard in a post body. She's not a traditional back to the basket type of player, but she can handle the ball a little bit. So we'll see which team can really get after it down low tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Savannah Gage, you hit on it, averaging 16 points, 4 rebounds per game coming into play tonight. She is going to be the star playmaker to watch for the Ankeny Hawks as we get set for first quarter action here live from Waukee Northwest. First quarter action coming your way. Again, Colin Brown alongside Tyler French. Tyler, we got the men coming up after this one, but we tip things off with the women here. 8 minutes on the clock. We'll get things rolling. But again, Ankeny looking to get back to that 500 mark. What would that do for this ball club here if they can do so?
Well, I think, you're this late in the season. You really have a couple weeks left. The state tournament starting in a month from today, I believe. And actually, almost a month from yesterday.
Yeah.
So you've got 2-3 weeks to get everything together before these playoffs start, and a big win here on the road against a team that's coming off. That loss to Miller West is big, but a very emotional win last Friday and a tough place to play here at Waukee Northwest.
Yeah, absolutely. We are underway, and the tip's controlled by Waukee Northwest. They push into the front court. You mentioned it, 2 teams looking to get set up for the postseason, February and March basketball. They swing it left to right. Northwest looking to start early and lay up off glass, too strong. I believe that was down low, 34, yeah it was. Sadie Moss with the missed lay-in.
Yeah, Moss unable to get that shot to fall, but great movement on. One of the things you see in the NBA is the ability to move without the basketball from Steph Curry. Sadie Moss does that as a post and set a screen and immediately roll to the basket off it on away from the ball pick and roll.
Yeah, movement without the ball in your hand. Sadie Moss, one of the best in the business there. Turnover on the other end for Ankeny, gives it back to Northwest. They'll bring it into the front court, and the Hawks have got to limit turnovers here this evening if they want a shot.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough thing for both teams. Northwest, not a team that necessarily takes care of the ball consistently, and they don't pick up a lot of assists, but a down screen, nice setup here for Lawns, and she gets that nice shooter's roll off the back of the rim. 40% from downtown. She has come alive here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, she's been getting hot from beyond the arc, gets the friendly roll there on the other end. Ankeny pushing in transition, a missed layup, and here comes Northwest. The Wolves trying to extend a 3-0 lead. Megan Lawns with the triple on the last possession. And here we go, Madison with it right side. Half-court set will be key here this evening for Northwest. They swing it left to right. That one's almost intercepted, looking down low, and they get it there, almost knocked out of bounds. And they're looking for Sadie Moss early. That layup no good off glass. Rebound down to Ankeny. That's 25. Jasmine Mosier, the senior. And here come the Hawks. Layup rejected out of bounds, I believe. It goes off of a Wolf.
Another big block from Sadie Moss.
Yeah, big time. The 6'1 junior. I'm telling you what, you mentioned her in the pregame. She does it on both ends.
And one thing we've seen from Northwest early on, a lot of off-ball cuts. This team, I mentioned in pregame that they don't necessarily attack off the dribble a whole lot, but you are going to see them good passes and nice cutting to try and get some open shots.
And there's a deep triple for Ankeny. They get on the board and tie things up early. That's Savannah Gage right on cue to nut things at 3.
Yeah, and when you're able to do that with Sadie Moss in your face, really shows the ability. We saw Christian Hauser do that a couple times for Waukee last week, that unlimited range is a great thing to have, especially in the world of girls basketball.
Beautiful pass in transition. Ankeny pushing the other way off a missed basket. And it looks like the Hawks will go to the line. They will. That's Jayla Williams, the freshman, who will try and put the Hawks in front early. So Tyler, the early going, back and forth we go.
Yeah, and this is why transition game is so important, that you got Sadie Moss away from the basket. That's the shot blocking for Northwest. If you're able to pull her away, there's not much other threat out there. She has 39 of the 46 blocks, and they were trying to scramble a little bit there, and it led to the foul and 2 easy points for Jayla Williams.
Yeah, back and forth we go. You mentioned it, Sadie Moss, a rim protector at the highest level here in the high school game in the state of Iowa. Both free throws true for Ankeny. The other way, it's Moss off the mark from 3. Rebound down to the Hawks, and here they come. It's Jenna Pitts with it now, top of the key. She swings right side, dribble handoff. That's Savannah Gage. Can she get going early? The double team comes her way. Good ball movement from the Hawks. That 3 is well long, but again, an offensive rebound. Yeah, that one knocked into the backcourt and over and back, but a good look from Ankeny.
Yeah, and this is the thing with you having a tall guard/post with Savannah Gage. Because of her ability to handle the ball and shoot, be able to go down low, you've got to have your best defender on there, and that's why you see Sadie Moss playing away from the basket. You would expect she would probably match up with Jasmine Mosier, but that has not been the case so far. She's been sticking with Gage, trying to create some havoc for her.
Yeah, Savannah Gage better than 16 points, 4 rebounds per game, and we have another turnover on Waukee. It's a walk. Travel called on Avery Vogt.
Yeah, Vogt just tried to go a little too early there, and that's what I'm talking about. She's grown a lot as a freshman this year, but still in her first year of high school ball. As she gets older, that quick first step is going to be a huge thing for her. She likes to go to that reversal layup, which we'll probably see once or twice from her tonight.
Yeah, the youngster playing big minutes for Northwest. She will be a force to be reckoned with for a long time. As Ankeny looks inside, it was Gage, and you mentioned it. She's been guarded by the height from Waukee and Moss, and here she goes off the dribble left side. Double team comes her way, but the 5-foot jumper is up and through.
Yeah, and she came off very strong off the dribble there, went past the defender. Moss had to go underneath the screen, and that allowed to open up some space.
Pump fake from 3, in and out on the other end for the Wolves. Boy, that was Josie Vandekrol. Tough break there. Mid-range jumper, good pump fake to free herself, and here comes Ankeny.
And Northwest creating good looks, but shots are just not falling right now. And that's going to have to change if they want to stick with a very strong offense for the Ankeny Hawks.
Yeah, here they go in transition. Good pass ahead, and there it is. Layup off glass for Sadie Moss. Beautiful look ahead in transition.
Told you that's one thing about Sadie Moss is that she runs the floor extremely well. A great track athlete and also a member of the Northwest volleyball team as a starter. So 3-sport athlete, a lot of athleticism. One of the reasons she's the team's leading shot blocker.
Yeah, tell you what, you don't see 3-sport athletes much anymore. Sadie Moss is one of them. It's paying off on the basketball court as here she goes with another steal pushing into the front court. Turnover from the Hawks. Wide open triple left side. That one's long. Rebound fought for, and it'll stay here with Northwest.
And that's a big thing there. Even if you're missing the shots, if you're hitting the glass hard, it's going to be very helpful for your team. And 2 more players of this outstanding freshman class for Northwest, Vonna Billick and Ashley Brown coming into the game. Brown got the start a lot at the beginning of the year, missed the game due to injury, and we've seen a lot of growth from Avery Vogt in that place.
Yeah, wave of substitutions in for Northwest as that layup is off the mark. Rebound fought for into the hands of the Wolves. They're fighting on the offensive glass. That floater is short. And this time it is brought down by Savannah Gage for Ankeny. So here come the Hawks, off to a good start early, a 2-point advantage as we get set to go under the 3-minute mark first quarter. Here's Gage from 3, and that one is all butter.
Savannah Gage, a huge first quarter, already halfway to her season average.
Yeah, 8 points give her Savannah Gage on the evening. That triple was true from the get-go. On the other end, a foul called, and that will send Northwest to the line. And I believe, it's on 22. That's Jayla Williams. Ashley Brown, the 5'8 freshman. Good move. She'll head to the line for 2 for Northwest.
Brown, a very good young player for Northwest. It's going to be exciting to see her grow. A good ball handler, one of the top leaders in assists this season for Northwest. Expect to see, as she gets older, to have a lot of those point guard responsibilities as a taller point guard, like you mentioned, at 5'8".
Yeah, some young depth off the bench, as you mentioned. As the second free throw is up and true, lead back to 4 for Ankeny. Northwest applying some full court pressure.
And Waukee really struggled against this press last Friday night. They caused some turnover problems, and you can see it here for Ankeny, leading to a timeout from Coach McNally.
Yeah, timeout on the floor called from the bench. We'll take a break here on CISN. It's Ankeny 10, Waukee Northwest 6, first quarter action. High school hoops on CISN TV.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Back with you at Waukee Northwest High School. Colin Brown alongside Tyler French. CISN TV. Another edition of High School Hoops. And we got a good one. First quarter action, Ankeny and Northwest. And that one's ripped away into the hands of the Wolves. Stolen away by Barnes. And here come the Wolves looking to get this a one-score game. Left side three-pointer up, and that one's too strong. Rebound fought for. And into the hands of Ankeny. They caught a break there.
Yeah, Ashley Brown, not a great three-point shooter. That's kind of been up and down for her all season long. Got to see some growth here from the freshman. That's another place. The fouls have been a big problem for her. She picks up her first one.
Yeah, tagged with another personal, and guess who? That sends Savannah Gage to the line, off to a stellar start. She's got 10 of the 12 for the Hawks.
And not the person you want to see at the line. Approaching a potential 50-40-90 season, over 90% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. We mentioned her in the pregame, averaging over 16 and 4 a night. The junior has been nothing short of spectacular, the sophomore, nothing short of spectacular for Ankeny. She heads to the line, knocks down the second. Lead is back to 6. What would you like to see out of Northwest here the rest of the way in the first quarter?
Well, getting Moss back in the game is a big boost for your team. And if you can get a good post-entry pass, even with not much of a height differential between her and Mosier, she's someone that can go over both shoulders and attack with either hand, even though she is a natural lefty.
Yeah, foul called on the drive there. I believe that was to Madison. Kiala Madison on the floor. 13-6 advantage, Ankeny. We'll see if they get it to Sadie Moss here as 2 subs check in. That's 22 for Ankeny, Jayla Williams. And on the other side, it's 14, Josie Vanderkroll back in, the 5'8 junior.
So with Madison out of the game, a lot of that dribble penetration probably going to come out of the hands of Ashley Brown. As mentioned, Sadie Moss, even when you've got that pressure right on the back, she's got speed and the ability to kind of fade away a little bit, hit that shot, and get another big basket for her team to get it back to 2 possessions.
Yeah, tough move for Moss. Back to the basket, lays it off glass with touch. And now comes the other way with a block. Sadie Moss doing it on both ends. And here comes Northwest. Let's see if they go back to her, Tyler. Down low. And they're looking for her inside. Here comes the double. She'll kick weak side. Northwest moving it offensively around the perimeter. That one's ripped away. Savannah Gage, one-on-one to the other end. Her layup is too strong, and the rebound down to Northwest. They caught a break there.
Yeah, Barnes playing off a little bit. I think Gage was expecting contact, and when it didn't come, surprised her a little bit and caused her to blow the layup.
Yeah, good move by Ashley Barnes. It almost did look like she faded away towards the rim, caused that layup to go awry or strong. And Waukee will get it back, trailing by 5, just over a minute to play here first quarter.
And Billick handling the point guard duties. She's another player as a freshman that as the season's gone on, she's gotten more comfortable and grown a lot more. And a beautiful pass. That's something that I've really loved to see out of her, has been the passing ability. She has been one of the strongest players on those post-entry passes down low to Moss.
Yeah, terrific pass down low looking for Sadie Moss. That post-entry is going to be key tonight for Northwest. Moss off to a good start. They want to keep her rolling. She's got 4 here early as she heads to the line. First free throw is up and true. Give Sadie Moss 5 in the early going. On the flip side, Savannah Gage with 11 for Ankeny. So the 2 stars getting after it early.
And the big thing is, will Gage be able to keep this up? 11 points in the first quarter, and she's got almost all of the Ankeny offense. On the other side, Sadie Moss producing a lot, but we haven't seen Kayla Madison get going. We haven't seen a lot of opportunities for Megan Lawns yet. But on the other side, Jenna Pitts, Jasmine Mosier, 2 players that are going to get theirs as this game goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. Ankeny, they'll spread the well, share it around. Somebody besides Gage is going to have to make shots eventually. As here they work it inside. No call as a Waukee defender goes to the floor, and the layup is up and true. That's 25. Jasmine Mosier, the senior, goes off glass.
And I like the no call there. There was some contact, but it was a little bit more of a sell than anything else.
Yeah, flop rule, what we'd see in college basketball these days, but a good move nonetheless as Waukee Northwest, the other side, tries to go with the alley-oop off glass, and it's knocked out of bounds back to the Hawks.
And for that one, I would have liked to have seen Ashley Brown go up, catch the ball, come down, quick back up. You're going to have a much better shot opportunity off of the catch and put back versus in midair.
Yeah, tough move or tough break for Northwest. As we go under 5 to play first quarter, Gage gives way, triple on the way. That one's long. And at the end of 1, the Ankeny Hawks lead Northwest 15-10. Savannah Gage on top with 11. We'll take a break and be back with more action right here on CISN TV.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Back with you at Waukee Northwest. Colin Brown alongside my partner Tyler French. Tyler, 15-10 Ankeny lead after 1. What'd you see in the first quarter?
It's kind of the same thing we've seen from Northwest over the last couple of weeks. Sadie Moss, Sadie Moss, Sadie Moss. That is going to be the focal point offensively, and it was Savannah Gage on the other side for Ankeny. Hit some big threes for them and got to the free throw line. If she can consistently do that, if she puts up 20-25 tonight, Ankeny is going to be in a great position to win this ball game, especially since Jenna Pitts and Jasmine Mosier combined for just 2 points in that first quarter. So they're going to get some looks as this game has gone on, as the defense focuses more and more on Gage.
Yeah, no doubt. And Savannah, Sadie Moss, 2 blocks in the early going as well. She's doing it on both ends as Ankeny inbounds here to start the second quarter. Well, here's a good look from 3 on the left side, and that one's up and true. Kendra Lewis, the senior, steps in and knocks down a triple.
And if players off the bench, when they get opportunities, they're going to be able to knock shots down. Lewis, someone I mentioned in pregame as someone to watch off the bench, 39% from downtown.
Yeah, you hit on it, and she comes in and delivers. Rebound here, down to Ankeny, and here they come. Moss with a triple, too strong. Now it's Gage, 15-foot pull-up, and that one's true. And a timeout on the floor for Northwest. The lead extended to 10. Ankeny is taking control.
Yeah, and it's not too often you see Moss get lost defensively, but a nice little step back there from Gage, able to, off the dribble, put the shot up and bury it from 15. Not something you expect to see from a 15 or 16-year-old this stage in their career.
Yeah, the youngster out there showing off here in the first half. Give her 13 on the game. A 15-foot step back there. She drops it home. It's a 10-point Ankeny advantage as we're just underway here in the second quarter. Sadie Moss lead scores for Northwest. But you mentioned in the pregame, Tyler, there's going to have to be other players or options step up for the Wolves.
And that's something we've seen from Ankeny all season long, where Savannah Gage has been the focal point. She's going to get hers. But when Jenna Pitts and Jasmine Mosier are both putting up 10-plus points per game, that's huge. On the other side, you've got Sadie Moss just over 11 per game, and then no one else in double figures. This team has kind of struggled to score the ball a lot this year, and if they're not hitting threes, it can be tough to generate offense.
Yeah, so here come the Wolves. They swing it cross court, nowhere to go. Boy, give credit to this Ankeny defense. They have been terrific, filling voids, as that three is too strong. Rebound down to the Hawks, and Ankeny looking to run in the full court rather.
And
go ahead, sorry.
Lawns on that shot, it looked like she had the open opportunity, but kind of rushed it with that defense closing out on her. Good recovery on the defensive side on the far side of the court.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes Ankeny looking for more. The lead has been extended to 10. Here's Gage right side. You know where to go with it. This Waukee defense needs to step up, and it's a charge this time. No flop needed.
Yeah, Josie Vandergirl, the type of player that can step up in big moments. Starter since the beginning of her sophomore year. Also plays well on the soccer field as well. So, another multi-sport athlete. And she's a type player. She's one of the best defensive guards on this team. And the fact that she's going to have to play that mismatch a little bit with Moss having to come out on Gage.
Yeah, she knew Jasmine Mosier was trying to put the shoulder down. As that three in the corner rattles home. It's a triple. And it is. It's Vanderkroll for three, and the lead is now just 7 for Ankeny.
Yeah, Vanderkroll not going to hit a lot of threes, but when she gets great opportunities, she puts it home.
Yeah, huge triple to get Northwest back in the score column on the other end. Beautiful pass by Gage, but it's knocked out of bounds, and a wave of subs in for the Hawks. As we sit 20-13, 6:09 to play, second quarter. Ankeny inbounds underneath their own hoop. Good defense here. Floater is up and true. Good move by Jenna Pitts.
Yeah, Pitts able to drag that pivot foot as she, not drag it, but keep that pivot foot as she went up, had the defender in the air. That's going to lead to some easy dribble penetration and a shot at the rim that she's able to convert.
Yeah, beautiful move by Pitts. Northwest looking to answer on the other end, and a travel call that's going against Madison.
That's the third time we've seen that from Northwest, where they've had a lane to the basket, and whether it's Avery Vogt or Kayla Madison, quick first step, but they were unable to take advantage there. Another charge, dragging the pivot foot before getting the ball on the floor.
Yeah, Madison had room to create, just went too quick for herself, and a foul called here, and that one is going against Northwest on the arm. Oh boy, it was Vanderkroll. She didn't like the call, but that will send Jenna Pitts to the line.
And that'll be 2 early on against Vanderkroll.
Yeah, we'll see what this Northwest staff does if he continue to roll with the 5'8 junior, as the first free throw is up and true.
And it looks like Vanderkroll will take a seat.
Yeah, she'll sit down. Barnes checks in for her. Pitts at the line. She just had a layup a moment ago and knocks down a pair of free throws. Give her 4 on the evening. The lead is 11, and here comes Northwest.
And Pitts, that's 4 points this quarter. We haven't seen Savannah Gage really get going after that quick start in the first quarter. As I say that, she picks up the steal and going to have a basket the other way.
All the way, coast to coast, Savannah Gage. Right on cue, Tyler. She knocks down another lay-in, give her 15. She's outscoring Northwest here in the first half.
Yeah, and doubling up on Northwest this early is not a great sign. And now that Pitts has got some points under her belt, if she gets rolling, Northwest's going to put themselves in a really tough situation.
Here's some good half-court action for the Wolves. That 3 off the mark, rebound down to Ankeny, but I like the play call there from the Northwest bench.
Yeah, Coach Guest noticing, he's got arguably his best three-point shooting guard lineup out there with Barnes, Lawns, and Madison all in the game. And Lawns got that early 3, but she's been cold since 0 for her last 2.
Yeah, looking to get it going from beyond the arc. As that one doesn't fall for Ankeny, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with Waukee Northwest. The Wolves trail it 26-13, 4:41 left to play first half. We've gone back and forth as Ankeny has seized control. Northwest desperately looking for a bucket here. They look inside to Sadie Moss, and it's knocked out of bounds. Back to the Hawks.
Northwest getting outscored by 8 in this quarter really just shows how good Ankeny's been on the offensive end. Northwest on their side, they've got some open shots, but they're not hitting them, and it's put them in a big hole here early on.
Yeah, Northwest has gotten a few good looks from 3, just haven't converted. On the other side, Ankeny's worked it inside out, and the lead is up to 13 for the Hawks. They're trying to get back to 9-9 on the season, get to that 500 mark. As this one's inside, layup off glass and good. Boy, a good look. Layup is true for Carson Jacks. The junior's in the scoring column. And another timeout on the floor. It's Ankeny 28, Northwest 28-13. We'll take a short break and be back with more here on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Back with you for CISN TV at Waukee Northwest High School. A doubleheader here this evening. Kick things off with the women, followed by the men shortly after this one concludes. It's been all Ankeny here in the first half, Tyler, a 28-13 lead.
Yeah, and I think in the second quarter we've seen some sloppy passing, and no one's coming to the ball. Those last 3 feet on a pass, that is on the recipient of the pass to come to it. As Savannah Gage, her last basket was the exact type of thing we just saw on that tip pass out of bounds, that she's able to get in front of it. And when you're causing turnovers like that and leading to easy points, you're putting yourself further and further in a hole.
Yeah, Ankeny reading passing lanes here in the early going, using that length at a high level as that layup or floater is no good, but a foul called. And that will send Vanda Kroll to the line for Northwest.
Yeah, Vanda Kroll able to step through that double team, noticing the crack there, got the shot up, hit on the arm, and she's going to be able to get opportunity at the line.
Yeah, the 5'8 junior steps to the line for the first of 2, and she knew that one was short right away. 3:46 left to play first half. Ankeny leads Waukee Northwest 28-13. As Vanda Kroll heads to the line for her second, and that one is long. Rebound fought for, and a foul called will send it the other way.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of a frustration foul there for Vanna Billick. This team is not shooting the ball well. Just 3 points here halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, through one, we had two teams getting up and down quite frequently now in the second half. Give Ankeny credit, they've really taken a stranglehold on this game as Waukee applies pressure.
Yeah, and I think shooting was something we mentioned a lot, that this team liked to try and get after it on the three-point line, as it's going to be an easy layup for Moss. Hopefully that can get this offense going a little bit, turning defense into offense after the Vanda Kroll steal. But they've just hit 2 threes in this game, one by Vanda Kroll, one by Lawns.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers for Northwest. So it's Moss who gets a lay-in on the first turnover. And here come the Wolves again, trying to cut this to possibly 10 here late in the second quarter. They swing it left side, nowhere to go. Good defense from Ankeny. And now the Hawks come away with a steal. So good defense really frustrated the Northwest offense there.
Yeah, Billick looked like she was going to try and dribble it out, but Chadravan diving in, getting a hand on the ball, and able to take it away. And another frustration foul. 2 quick ones for Billick.
Yeah, active arms, Tyler, here early for Ankeny. They have disrupted these driving lanes and passing lanes for Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest still find themselves, they're keeping pace with Savannah Gage right now. It's everyone else continuing to play well that's helping as well. Look like Moss getting a hand on that one from behind.
You mentioned it. Sadie Moss, again, doing it on both ends of the floor, creating another turnover as that layup is no good, out of bounds, and it's going the other way. So this pressure from Northwest is getting turnovers. Now they got to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, and one thing that I really like that I've seen from Ankeny, they've done a great job on the glass. Sadie Moss just 2 rebounds so far, and they've really been taking away the offensive opportunities on the putbacks.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, here we got another Ankeny turnover, a 10-second violation in the backcourt. Boy, if you're this Northwest staff, you've got to be happy with the pressure. We'll see if the Wolves now can capitalize on the offensive end.
Yeah, that was a huge mental mistake from Gage as she was, on Jenna Pitts. She was at the line. All she had to do was take one step. Vanna Billick, another shooter for this team off the bench, able to take advantage. Yeah,
Vanna Billick, the 5'8 freshman from downtown, and the lead is cut to 10. We'll see if Northwest can lock things down again on the defensive side, as now the tides have turned and Ankeny starting to struggle. Here's Savannah Gage. Nowhere to go. She draws a double.
And a good recovery there for Vanda Kroll, switching off that double to take an open shot for Pitts away.
Yeah, swings it right side. Now it is into the hands of Jenna Pitts. They look inside. Off glass. That layup goes or rattles home. It's Jayla Williams. She's done some nice work in the post here this evening.
Yeah, and that's a position you got to take advantage of. You know, a big height differential there between the 5'9" Williams and the 5'4" Barnes.
Yeah, good move down low on the other end. That's a 3 ball that's short off the arms of Northwest. Here comes Williams. And that layup is too strong. Good move. And a foul called will send it the other way. So Jayla Williams got all the way to the cup but couldn't finish.
Yeah, now Billick will have an opportunity to get some easy points, try to get this back to 10. If you're Northwest, if you can go into the half with this around 7-8 points, you're able to weather the storm a little bit in a lead that got up to 13 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've cut the deficit now to 12. You mentioned it. Try and get it to single digits before the half. 1:21 left to play. Second quarter. Live from Northwest High School, it's Waukee Northwest and Ankeny, the visiting Hawks, on top 30-18. As that free throw is up and true. Billick, the 5'8" freshman, just hits a huge triple a moment ago and now at the line trying to knock down a pair.
And we've seen the young talent from these two teams on display so far. Billick now with 5 in the quarter. We've already talked about Jayla Williams and Savannah Gage on the other side. These guys, just their freshman, sophomore years, underclassmen, that shows what the future holds for these two squads.
Yeah, names you'll be hearing for years to come right here on CISN TV as now Ankeny swings it baseline, top of the key. It's Gage with it. Half-court set, working inside. Layup is too strong. That was Shadravan. Went off glass, and it looks like a foul called. We'll send it back to Northwest.
Yeah, and Williams had a really great opportunity there, attacked the glass, took advantage of the height differential, got the rebound, but a bad pass out turned into another turnover.
Yeah, so the turnover gives it back to Northwest. Ankeny this time applies a little pressure. Layup off glass and up and in. Beautiful move. That's Josie Vandekroll with a huge bucket to cut things to 8.
Vandekroll with a lot of speed when she's able to knock the shots in, and she's got good touch off the glass, and a big one there.
Yeah, huge layup as that 3 in the corner is short. And here comes Northwest. They're looking for more. The lead just 8 into the lane, and that one's ripped away.
Good poke away from behind by Williams, showcasing some good defense here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Williams strips Lons, and now here comes Gage at the other end. She tumbles to the floor, no call. The turnover gives it back to Northwest. 10 on the clock, left side, looking inside for Moss. She's got it now. Left-handed layup, no. Rebound down to her again, and a foul called. So Sadie Moss getting her own board, going back up for 2.
Yeah, that's one of the first times we've seen Moss actually get the opportunity to go up, get a board, and try and get the putback. That's 2 fouls against Chandravan, and it'll put Moss to the line with under 2 remaining in the quarter.
Yeah, Sadie Moss, she's been the catalyst thus far for Northwest. 8 points, got her own board, went up for 2. The layup was no good, but she heads to the line, and that free throw is well off the mark, and we will head to the half. So Northwest claws back here in the second quarter, the lead just 8. It's Ankeny 30, Waukee Northwest 22. We'll take a short break and be back with you at the half from Waukee Northwest on CISN TV.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go!
So can your car, so to get free pickup, drop-off, or delivery, head over to Honest Wrenches. And their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
5-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and dearment care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond Certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
It's an 8-point game here at halftime. Ankeny leading Northwest 30-22. Savannah Gage has been the story so far. 13 points early on, got another late one to put it up to 15. She's got half of the Ankeny points so far in this game. At one point, outscoring the Northwest Wolves, but it has been a nice run by Northwest at the end of the second quarter, getting it back to single digits, and led, of course, Sadie Moss, but some great play from Josie Vanderkroll and Vanna Billick to help cut down that lead for Northwest.
Yeah, no doubt. Early in that second quarter, Tyler, it looked like it was going to be tough sledding for Northwest, trailed by as many as 13, but they crawl back to bring it to 8 at the half. Ankeny 30, Northwest 22. We're at the break here, and I know we got another one coming here this evening. Let's touch on the men here really quick. Northwest 13 wins here on the season. Ankeny coming in, needing a huge victory, and this would be a big one on the road.
Yeah, it's always a great opportunity when you're going to be playing such a top-ranked team on the road. Obviously, it means it's going to be a tough game, but if you can get a win like that, not only does it boost your opportunities when the rankings are going to come out for seeding going into the playoffs, because I don't know if everyone knows, but in basketball, every team makes the playoffs in districts for the boys and sub-state, and then regional for the girls, same thing, but you get those first-round buys, you get favorable matchups, you get host games. It's a lot different when you're able to play that first-round game at home versus on the road.
Yeah, no doubt. This is one of the best teams in the state in Waukee Northwest. We touched on it earlier. When you think of Northwest, you think of the names, Price Sanford, Kate Kelderman, but you were telling me in the pregame, there's more to this Northwest team than just those two.
Yeah, this is a very balanced starting lineup. Henry Manning was that number 3 guy for them a year ago. He's really struggled with his shot this year. Last year it was about 37, 38%, down under 25% this year. But you know, if there's a big shot that needs to be taken, he's going to hit it. And when you're able to surround 2 guys, they're going to get so much defensive exposure with Kelderman and Price Sanford. When you've got guys on the wings or the corner like Andrew Coase and Grant Tiggis. Tiggis, 12 of 26 this year, has only played in 11 games, started off the year banged up, missed the first couple of games. And then Andrew Coase, he's trying to slot it in to that 2-guard spot this year. No Carter Van Horn, focusing on his baseball career. He's headed D2 next year, so didn't want to run the risk of maybe getting injured before baseball season. But, he's kind of stepped up over 50% from downtown. He's had a couple games where he's kind of gone off a little bit and, averaging just about 5 a game, but he can get into double figures. We saw that against Johnson last week. Put up, I believe, 11 on his birthday against the Dragons.
Yeah, absolutely, and he has stepped into that role and filled it to the highest degree for Northwest. Flipping gears quickly, Ankeny comes into play here this evening, 6-10, 4-7 in conference play. Carson Johnson, we talked about him, over 13 points per game. But this is an Ankeny team, too, that will share the wealth, and they've got several guys that can step up, especially tonight on the road.
Yeah, and some good athleticism. Guys like Jamison Patton, Maddox Ward, part of that Ankeny Hawks football team. Jamison Patton, a future Iowa State Cyclone on the football field. We saw him at Roosevelt do some great things at quarterback, stepped in that safety role for the Hawks. But those two guys both had 7 points per game, both shooting over 37% from downtown. And I know Pat has missed some games, so I don't know if he's currently injured or if that was earlier this year. But Leo Guire, another guy, had a solid year a year ago. Shooting percentage, not where you'd want it to be, but another guy that can get into double figures. But this, you mentioned it when we were talking about him earlier, very balanced when you've got 4 guys at 7 points or more.
Yeah, no doubt. This is an Ankeny team that if things go right here this evening, they are very capable of walking away with a win. So that will be the nightcap. Right now we're at the half of the first of 2, the women. Waukee Northwest trailing Ankeny 30-22. The Wolves crawl back late there in the second half to make this a single-digit advantage for Ankeny. We'll take a short break on CISN and be back with more halftime and the second half coming up shortly.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homemakers.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Back with you on CISN TV. High school hoops on a chilly Friday evening here in January. It's Waukee Northwest and the Ankeny Hawks. Colin Brown alongside Tyler French. A 30-22 advantage for Ankeny here as we hit the break. Now just a minute 30 from start of the third quarter. But I'll tell you what, it was an up and down first quarter, Tyler. In the second half, things went back and forth. But give credit to Northwest. They crawled back to just down 8.
Yeah, and both teams really did a good job D'ing up the best player on either side. Only 2 points for Sadie Moss in the quarter. Same on the other side for Savannah Gage. It's been other players stepping up. Jenna Pitts, 4 points in that quarter. And on the other side, like I mentioned, Vonna Billick, 5. And then we saw that late layup with only about 20 seconds remaining for Josie Vanderkroll that helped get that lead back under 10.
Yeah, no doubt. You look at Savannah Gage. She was red hot in the first quarter, 11 after one period. Then in the second half, things slowed. You got to give credit to Northwest. They put on some pressure, full court pressure, and it caused a lot of, disarray for Ankeny, really. I think it was 4 straight turnovers Now the question is, can Northwest do it again and capitalize on the offensive end?
Yeah, it's something that Coach Guess has been known for all the way back to his Waukee days. I say all the way back, it's been 2 years, but, for years at Waukee, a lot of great talent flowing through that building. Northwest, they haven't had that D1 superstar yet, a budding one potentially with Sadie Moss. Don't really know what the college outlook looks for her right now, especially with her talent in the other sports as well. But this defense is something to hang your hat on, and we saw it against a team like Johnson, who hasn't lost in a year and a half, that struggled at times to get the ball across half court. Waukee doing the same thing, even with all the guard talent for them as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Sadie Moss, you mentioned it, a terrific three-sport athlete here at Northwest. She leads the way for the Wolves as we get set to start the third quarter. This place starting to fill up. Don't forget, folks, this is a doubleheader here this evening on CISN. The men will be up after us. Waukee Northwest, a top 5 team in the state, will take the floor. But first, we got to finish a good one here on the women's side. A 30-22 advantage for Ankeny at the break. Waukee comes out, and just like that, they bang home a 3, and that is Kiala Madison.
And I was just about to talk. You got to find a way to get Kayla Madison going. Your second leading scorer, your best guard in terms of being able to attack off the dribble, and she can step outside. That 30% mark from downtown does not match what she can truly produce. 38%, 9 points per game last year for Roosevelt before transferring in to the Wolves.
Yeah, I tell you what, she had some good moves in the first half. She is quick out there on the floor from the guard spot, but they go to her here to start the third period, and she knocks it home. Now just a 5-point lead as the Hawks look to answer on the other end. Here is Gage looking to get things going in the third quarter, guarded by Moss. Terrific defense from Northwest. Fadeaway jumper is blocked away, and guess who?
Third block of the game for Sadie Moss. And a big thing, Jasmine Mosier had a huge height advantage on a switch off with Kayla Madison. The Hawks unable to take advantage with Gage trying to do a little bit too much, it felt like, on that possession.
Yeah, they got what they wanted, but you mentioned it. Savannah Gage just didn't give it up, tried the fadeaway jumper, and it was rejected as they look to push the other way. A triple is short, and I'm not sure that one caught iron.
Yeah, Lawns has struggled a little bit with her shot since that early 3. 1 for 4 now on the day.
Yeah, Megan Lawns a good look, and they're going to want her to keep shooting the rock. But nonetheless, it goes back to Ankeny, and here is that full court pressure. Can the Hawks break it this time? They do. And it's going to be a wide open layup up and in. So good play there. It's Jasmine Mosier. They break the pressure, and she gets an easy deuce.
I really thought that Sadie Moss was going to get at least a fingertip on that ball. Missed it by about an inch, it looked like.
Yeah, Jasmine Mosier just goes off glass for 2, but Waukee answers on the other end.
I mentioned Avery Vogt likes to take it off the dribble. A lot of the time you'll see her go to that reverse layup a little bit more chaotic. This time under control, able to get to the rim and lay it in on a nice play.
Yeah, the 5'9 freshman with a good move, and here is a turnover. Northwest coming the other way. Left-hand layup up and in.
And Megan Lawns, I don't think, wanted to go to the spin move, but was able to get past the defender, and a big layup to get this back to one possession for the first time since the first quarter.
Yeah, Northwest applying that pressure, and here we go. It is a one-score game as we take another look. Boy, this full-court pressure, Tyler, has caused all sorts of problems for Ankeny.
Yeah, with both players there for Ankeny going for the ball, as soon as Lawns got control of it, you had a fast break opportunity, 3-on-1, and the defender didn't make a quick enough decision, and Lawns was able to get to the rim before the defense even reacted.
Yeah, beautiful left-hand layup for Lawns. A timeout on the floor. Ankeny trying to regroup, beat this pressure somehow, but you said it. This has been a staple for Northwest. It was a staple for Waukee before these two schools decided to separate, or Northwest was formed, I should say. And here they go applying pressure again.
And Northwest, some very spirited comebacks over the last couple of games against Southeast Polk. They had the lead, and they blew it over the last second half of the game. That hasn't been the case in some of their other contests. Johnson, a loss of by 14. They really pulled away late in that game, but Northwest, great job keeping that one close. And against Waukee, they were down double digits, came back to win that one handily in a 46-38 victory. This defense is the reason why. When this press is working right, teams are struggling with it, no matter the talent on their squad. Even Johnson unable to handle it at times.
Yeah, the Dragons, one of the best teams in the state, as this one's knocked out of bounds and will stay at this end with Ankeny. Northwest trails by just 3. 5:55 left to play, third quarter, a 32-28 Ankeny lead. Here's Savannah Gage. She's been quiet after a terrific first quarter, guarded by Moss, and she swings it left side. Jayla Williams now off glass. That layup is short. Rebound down to the Wolves.
Williams, some great ball handling there, just couldn't get enough on that shot. Would have been a fantastic finish, taking it at 2 defenders, even with Moss potentially coming over from the weak side as well.
Yeah, Jayla Williams got all the way to the rim but couldn't finish. And now into the backcourt, the Wolves have it.
And a good decision there from Madison. Looked like she wanted to grab it at first, would have locked herself in the corner, and a potential opportunity for the defense to swarm her. But go in the backcourt, safer opportunity.
Yeah, they get it inside. The look for Moss is no good, but the rebound gets back to her, and she lays it up and in for 2. Boy, terrific offensive rebound, and that was Avery Vogt who got Moss another look.
I cannot say enough what I have seen from Avery Vogt over these last 5-6 games as Gage trying to quell this comeback with a basket the other way.
Yeah, give Savannah Gage 17, her first bucket here in the second half. As Northwest will try and answer the lead back to 3. So Ankeny holding on here in the third quarter. Moss with it now, top of the key. Step back, 10-foot jumper. That one rattles home. Beautiful move from Sadie Moss.
Moss decided, you know what, I can't get a opportunity down low. We'll step back, we'll hit a couple jumpers now.
Yeah, flashing her range. She has stepped out, knocked down a pair of jumpers here in the second half. Here comes Pitts on the other end for Ankeny. They're looking inside. Double team comes, and that one's knocked off the foot of Savannah Gage. Boy, she was open underneath the basket, but Mosier just couldn't find her.
Yeah, Moss getting a little block happy there, was trying to provide some help side defense with Lawns getting pinned under the basket a little bit, but better pass from Mosier leads to 2 points.
Here comes Northwest on the other end. That layup is too strong off the arms of Vanda Kroll. And here comes Ankeny. That one's kicked out of bounds, and the turnover will go back the other way.
After that nice basket, it looked like Ankeny was going to right the ship a little bit, back-to-back turnovers. And on that last possession, Vanda Kroll, a little bit more patience, would have had an opportunity potentially for an open shot in the corner for Lawns.
Yeah, seeking body contact. She didn't get the call. And now a pressure applied by Ankeny, and here's a steal. That layup is too strong off the mark. Mosier with a rebound, no good. I beg your pardon, that was Jayla Williams who tried to lay it off glass. And again, it's another turnover. Here's Williams, and she's knocked to the floor this time, and will head to the line for a pair.
Another strong rebound by Avery Vogt, but you got to set yourself. And the big thing that Northwest was trying to rush because they were approaching a 10-second call, but that's when you got to have someone break open, try and set something up. Moss was trying to do that, but a nice run out on the turnover and a good defensive play by Ankeny in transition.
Yeah, now Ankeny's starting to force some turnovers, giving it back to Northwest after the first half. The Wolves' pressure was turning Ankeny over, flipping it around here in the third quarter. As Williams is at the line, she knocks down the first.
And an interesting lineup here with Northwest, as you've basically got 4 guards out there. No Ashley Brown or Avery Vogt at the 4. Your tallest player out there, Vonna Billick at 5'8", probably the closest thing to a traditional 4.
Yeah, Waukee Northwest pushing the other way. That 3 is off the mark. Rebound into the hands of Gage. That triple from Billick, and this one's almost ripped away. Here's Williams. Wow, deep pass for Williams. It gets into the hands or finds Gage, and now she'll back it out and reset for the Hawks.
Ankeny the opportunity, trying to push this back to 2 possessions. Northwest unable to take advantage to get this lead back. They've been within 1 a couple times, but nothing able to push them across that threshold.
Yeah, here's Jayla Williams. That one off glass, too strong. So once again, the Wolves will have a chance to tie or take the lead. Boy, this Ankeny defense in the second half, they've been physical and turning over the Wolves. But yet Northwest a chance to tie or take a lead with 2:50 left to play in the third quarter. They'll get into the hands of Sadie Moss. She's been the go-to option here this evening with 12. Now they swing it right side. Good defense from Ankeny. That deep triple is strong off the back iron, and a strong board into the hands of Ankeny. Up ahead, that layup off glass is too strong. Boy, a good look. And I believe that was Shadraven.
And I was surprised we didn't see that shot earlier as Moss And Vanna Billick, another good post-entry pass, and it was a good decision there from Barnes. She saw Moss cutting down, but a couple defenders' hands in the way. Get it to Billick, had a better look, finds Moss, and now an opportunity to get that first lead, potentially, I think, even of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I was Ankeny from the get-go in the first quarter. They jumped all over the Wolves, and now we're tied at 35 with 2:23 left to play in the third quarter. And you mentioned it, a beautiful post feed inside to Sadie Moss. She does the rest off glass to score the bucket, and now at the line for one more. Rebound too strong, so we stay tied at 35, and a foul here, I believe. That's going against Madison. It is.
Just her first. Both teams doing a great job. No one with more than 2 fouls on either roster. So outside of, I think, 3 for Jayla Williams. I had miscounted a couple of them. But she's the closest thing to foul trouble that we've seen in this game. A very clean game on both sides.
Yeah, we take a look at the layup off glass for Moss, plus the foul on the other end. Here comes Ankeny trying to answer. That 3 is off the mark. No good. Rebound into the hands of Williams. She couldn't get it to go. Boy, the freshman is all over the glass for Ankeny.
Yeah, Williams has made a couple great plays. Speaking of great plays from freshmen, but Williams kind of a little out of control on some of these layup opportunities, and Northwest now with their first lead since either early in the game or the first one of the contest.
Yeah, too strong off glass for Williams, but on the other end, Billick with the scoop and score off glass, and that does give Northwest a 2-point advantage.
And this is one of the best games I've seen from Vanna Billick this season. She has gotten more and more minutes as the season has gone on, taking over almost exclusively that backup point guard duty. 7 points for her tonight, hit a 3 earlier, and has some couple great assists and 3 boards as well.
Yeah, growing up right before our eyes, Vanna Billick. And she'll be tagged with a personal here. Boy, that's a tough break for the Northwest defense. That shot clock was starting to wind down.
And that's already the 5th team foul against Northwest compared to just 1 for Ankeny. We'll see if that has a big impact on such a close game as we move along.
Yeah, the 3rd personal on Billick. Ankeny resets top of the key. And that one's almost turned over. Now they find Gage on the inside. She's doubled. Kicks it back top of the key. And now with 20 on the shot clock, the Hawks will reset. Savannah Gage looking to get things rolling. A double team comes and it's ripped away into the hands of Northwest. Billick the other way. Her layup is no good. The rebound, though, fought for and into the hands of the Wolves. Here's Sadie Moss with it now. Trying to extend this lead. That one's knocked away, and it will stay at this end with the Wolves.
Really lucky play there for the Wolves. Billick buried herself a little too far on the layup opportunity, but Madison right there. And smart decision. Let's kick it out. Let's reset this. We don't have the numbers anymore. And now Northwest still 21 seconds on the shot clock. Opportunity to push this to 2 possessions.
Yeah, Vanderkroll checks back in for Northwest. We'll see what they draw up here on the out-of-bounds play. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Good defense from Ankeny. Carson Jacks got a hand on it.
Jax has been really quiet tonight, usually around 8 points per game, just 2 for her, but making her presence known here on the defensive end.
Yeah, Carson Jacks has been quiet here this evening, trying to lock things down defensively. Northwest trying to extend this lead past 1 possession. Here's a deep 3 on its way, and it's banked home. Barnes, the senior, delivers off glass to extend the lead to 5.
It's so weird. Neray Barnes, she'll do that like every other game. She'll randomly, late in a shot clock or just putting a shot up, she'll bank a 3 home. I want to say that's the 4th or 5th one I've seen from her this year.
The bank is open here at Waukee Northwest. The lead is now 5 as the Wolves have battled all the way back, trying to pick up a huge home win here this evening. A foul on the other end, and we'll send Savannah Gage to the line. But Tyler, we take a look at the triple from Barnes.
And a big thing there is it looked like Moss was going to go. Defender stepped in. 1 step was enough to get Barnes a little bit extra space to get that shot off.
Yeah, well from beyond the line, She knocks it home. Savannah Gage at the line now for Ankeny. And she knocks the second one through. So she knocks down a pair, and the Hawks trail by just 3. 20 seconds left to play third quarter. Shot clock is off, Tyler. I would expect Northwest to hold for the last shot.
And this has been a big thing for them for a lot of this season. This third quarter is usually a big swing quarter for them, as they made comebacks against Waukee, Johnston, and it was Southeast Polk doing the same thing to them last week.
Back-to-back turnovers to end the third quarter, and Moss fires one from half court. It's off the mark, but we'll take a break and head to the fourth. We got a good one on our hands here at Waukee Northwest as the Wolves lead Ankeny 40-37 on CISN.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Fourth quarter action from Waukee Northwest High School on CISN. Colin Brown alongside Tyler French. Tyler, we've had a good one on our hands. Northwest battles back in the third, and just like that, they're up 3 as we start the fourth.
Yeah, outscored Ankeny by 11 in that quarter, but a nice drive by Jenna Pitts trying to get them rolling again.
Yeah, give Pitts 6 on the evening. She'll have to step up here in the fourth if Ankeny wants to pick up a road victory, as the Hawks just trail by 1.
And the big thing, can Ankeny make some adjustments here in the second half, trying to figure out that press?
Yeah, now, no doubt, both teams have been turnover prone here this evening. Who can make shots and play quality D as that 3 is off the mark. Rebound, though, down to Sadie Moss. She's been doing it on both ends here this evening.
Interesting decision to take that shot with a hand in her face. Still 12 seconds on the shot clock. Moss there on the weak side, able to get that long board, though.
Yeah, let's see if the Wolves go back to her. She's got it at the top of the key, now swings left side. Amanda Kroll with it, and she loses it on her way to the hoop. Jayla Williams down with it, and here come the Hawks. They're trying to recapture the lead as Pitts goes off glass and lowered the shoulder. It's an offensive foul.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of contact there. Second time we've seen Brown kind of sell it, but she's able to do enough to get the call on this one.
Yeah, I'm sure the official thought good positioning down low on the drive as Pitts picks up the foul. And that will give it back to Northwest. Ankeny applying some pressure with 6:55 left to play. 1 point Northwest lead. Here's Moss with it. Kicks left side. Good move by Billick. Her layup no good, but Moss is there. Another offensive rebound for Northwest, and the lead is back to 3.
It's as good of a pass on that one. No one coming to the ball except Sadie Moss. Just watching the ball in the air. That's the type of effort that's going to get you a loss.
Yeah, nobody down there to rebound for Ankeny either. The Hawks had no one in the paint now on the offensive end. Scramble for the rebound. Ankeny has it. Looking inside. Spin move. Layup no good. Jayla Williams has been all around the rim as that triple falls. Another offensive board, and we're tied at 42.
And Carson Jacks, 5 points now, 37% from downtown. Defense kind of sagged off her a little bit, getting that open 3 chance.
Yeah, give credit to Ankeny. They've been all over the offensive glass. We got a wide open triple right side, and that one's buried. It's Megan Lawns with a triple.
First three-pointer for her since the first quarter, and a big situation, answering Ankeny's with one of her own.
Yeah, huge shot from Lawns. Ankeny ties it on the other end, and just like that, Northwest picks up a triple, back up 3. Can the Hawks answer? They swing in left side. Nowhere to go. Here's Pitts. She thought about the triple, steps in, take a 15-foot jumper. No good. Rebound fought for, and it will go back to Northwest. Huge shot from Megan Lawns. You mentioned it, her first triple since the first quarter. That's got to feel good with 5 to play.
Yeah, especially with the defense sagging off a little bit, thinking she was going to go for the 2-on-1. But that's what the game of basketball is at. Steph Curry has changed how basketball is approached. A transition three is no longer a bad shot.
Yeah, no kidding. We're seeing it at the high school level right here. Triples are flying. And Megan Lawns, the recipient of the last one, she knocked it home. As Northwest resets with just over 5 to play fourth quarter, we've got a good one right here on CISN. Here's Sadie Moss, and her triple is short. Rebound fought for into the hands of Ankeny. Hawks trying to get this to 3, or beg your pardon, tied or down to 2. Layup no good off glass.
Yeah, Sadie Moss, she knocked down her first 4 threes of the season, has yet to make one since, 0 for 3 on the day as well. Taking a little bit more attempts than we're used to, but they've been daring her to shoot.
Yeah, that last one, not a bad look. It actually looked good off the hand, but she left it short off the right iron. And now Northwest looking to extend their lead, top of the key. Brown with it. Now they go floater off glass, and that one falls home. And I believe that was Billick. It was.
Vanna Billick, a great game here tonight, but a good fast break opportunity for Gage going back the other way to keep this at 1 possession.
Yeah, Billick has been terrific, the freshman. Showing flashes here this evening, as now Ankeny with a steal. And it's Jayla Williams who lays it up and in. The lead is back to just 1, and a timeout on the floor for Waukee Northwest. We have got a battle. 47-46. We'll take a break with 3:58 left to play.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemakers.
Back with you on CISN, late fourth quarter, 3:58 left to play in the first of 2 this evening, a doubleheader. Waukee Northwest leads Ankeny 47-46. Tyler, we were just talking about it. 2 big freshmen making plays in the fourth quarter here. It's Jayla Williams for Ankeny and Vanna Billick for Northwest, keeping their teams in it.
Yeah, and Avery Vogt, another freshman coming back into the game, replacing the other freshman, Ashley Brown. But it really shows the trust these coaches have in these young players. Vanna Billick has been coming off the bench, but she is getting the minutes in place of some of the starters here tonight.
Yeah, Vanna Billick with 9 points on the evening. Jayla Williams on the other side with 7 as Northwest breaks some pressure. A 3-ball on its way. That's short off the front iron, but a good look. And here comes Ankeny. And a foul call. That's going against Sadie Moss. She was trying to get back in transition, and it looks like she got the arm of 21, I believe it was. Yes, for Ankeny. You got it. Kendra Lewis will go to the line for a pair.
And that was a little bit of sneakiness by the senior. It looked like she was going to go up, delayed a little bit, and was able to get that foul call. Notice I believe, is that number 2 on Sadie Moss. So
2.
Great opportunity. She's not in foul trouble, but Northwest now in the bonus moving forward.
Yeah, 2 on Moss, and you're right. Lewis sold that one on the other end. Some contact, but both players went to the floor. As she makes 1 of 2, we're tied at 47. Northwest once again breaking pressure into the half court, and this time this one's stolen away. Savannah Gage going one-on-one. She goes to her right hand, almost lost it, and now she goes up, no good. Boy, open jumper right side. Tough break for Gage.
And Kayla Madison, a big part of that, was able to get a hand in. Not the tallest player out there, but she's great at getting a hand in on layup opportunities.
Yeah, knocks that one away, and another turnover sends Ankeny back the other way, and we've already talked about her. It was Jayla Williams again with another steal. The freshman has been huge on both ends for Waukee.
Yeah, and Williams has been a good post presence tonight, rebounding, getting after it defensively, and if she can get that 3-point shot to fall, she's going to be very dangerous as she gets older.
Yeah, no doubt. He looks good here this evening as that triple's knocked home. And it's Pitts for Ankeny, who puts the Hawks back in front.
25% from downtown, but seniors are going to make plays when they matter the most. And another turnover for Northwest, and Ankeny back in control of this one.
Yeah, the Hawks pushing in transition. Another crucial Northwest turnover. They look down low. Good defense there from Northwest. Here's Williams, who fires from 3, and it's all nylon.
And I know we still got a lot of time to play, but that felt like a dagger in the heart. Not necessarily in the game, but when you've got two players that have shot under 25% of the year, hitting back-to-back threes to put you up 2 scores.
Yeah, huge triples from Pitts, and then Jayla Williams, the freshman, wide open on the left side, buries a triple, and not only extends the lead, but extends it to 2 scores, 53-47. It's Ankeny on top as we take another look and keep an eye on Jayla Williams. I beg your pardon, that's the Pitts triple, so the first of 2. And it's good to see her get going here late in the in the second half. Jenna Pitts averaging 10 points, 3 rebounds per game. She knocks down her second triple.
Yeah, and after the 2, Pitts and Williams combined for just 2 points in the entire first half, 9 points each. So they've gone off for 16 in the second half, which has been big because Savannah Gage had that big first half, just 8 points here in the second half. Mentioned if she got to 20 or 25 and other players started to step up, that was going to be a great recipe for Ankeny to come away with a win. And now up by 2 scores, they're in a great position with 2.5 left.
Yeah, huge shot from the senior Jenna Pitts. And Jayla Williams comes back and answers the bell. The freshman hits a triple, and the lead is up to 6 for the Hawks as they apply more pressure. That one knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with Northwest. And you see the Ankeny staff, they're still wanting pressure to be applied at half court.
And Billick taking a seat, they bring a little bit more experience into the game, but Jayla Williams, another big defensive play.
Yeah, the athleticism on display from Jayla Williams. She bats that one out of the air, and now the Hawks looking to extend upon the 6-point advantage. Here's Savannah Gage with it. She's been quiet here in the fourth. Ankeny looking inside now, nowhere to go. Moss with good defense. Here's Gage driving right side. That one rejected away, and it's Sadie Moss with yet another block.
4th of the game for her. 4 blocks, 3 steals on the defensive end, as well as hitting the boards hard.
And here's Moss at the other end, running the floor, and she lays it up and in for 2. Beautiful pass, and Sadie Moss finishes.
A year ago, if you saw the stats for Sadie Moss compared to what they are right now, across the board, scoring, rebounding, very even. But it's because at the beginning of the season, they didn't really know the flow of the offense. You look New Year's on what she's been producing in these big CIML games. Another opportunity for a double-double. She's currently got 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, 3 steals, and 3 assists. Across the board, filling it up.
Yeah, ridiculous what Sadie Moss has done here this evening, trying to will her Northwest Wolves to a victory as they trail by 4. Ankeny on the other side comes in, 8-9 on the season. They're trying to get back to 500 as that first free throw is true, no doubt. The Hawks trailing as we started the fourth quarter, now with 55 seconds to play. They are up by 3, a timeout on the floor. Callan Brown alongside Tyler French. We have got a doozy on our hands here in the first of 2, but don't leave us. After this one, the men will hit the floor. It's Waukee Northwest and Ankeny. Waukee Northwest comes into play here this evening. The men, one of the top teams in the state of Iowa, 13-2 overall, looking to pick up their 10th win in conference play. They're sitting at 9-2.
Yeah, and both of those losses came in the last 2 weeks to Valley and Waukee, which you'd be like, okay, they're in a little bit of a rough stretch. If you look at the top 10, I believe Valley's number 4 and Waukee's number 2. So not going to be too worried if you're Waukee Northwest, especially since that blowout loss to Waukee, really an anomaly, did not shoot the ball well. Just 2 Price Sanford threes was all they put in from downtown.
Yeah, a tough loss on the road, but that was a hostile environment as they picked up a win over the Warriors earlier this year. As for Ankeny, the men, they come into play 6-10. We've hit on that, but this is a team with several options that can score the ball. They're going to hang around tonight.
Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting stretch down the road here. This is exactly what we saw in this Waukee matchup, that it came down to the stretch when it was here at Northwest, just a 1-point win for Northwest in that contest.
Yeah, no doubt. So here we go. Under 50 seconds left to play fourth quarter. Ankeny up by 3. Northwest desperately looking for a stop. Trying to get the ball back to tie this game with under a minute. Here's Gage. Left-handed layup off glass and good. She took Moss straight to the hole.
And used her body beautifully to block Moss off from getting a block opportunity. And they need a basket here if they want to try and win this ball game.
Yeah, Savannah Gage, the leader for Ankeny, comes up large when she needs to. Now Northwest needs a quick answer. Here's Madison with it. Right side. She steps back, trying to work the pick and roll with Moss. Throws it away, top of the key. And it's Savannah Gage, the leader for Ankeny. Right out of midair, she rips it away, and now she'll head to the line.
And that steal should do it tonight. You're going to send Gage to the free throw line. She's a 90% free throw shooter. 23 points for her tonight. It has been a beautiful performance from one of the best young players in Central Iowa.
Yeah, absolutely. She has been terrific, and of late, when you need your leaders to step up, she does. Knocks down the first free throw with 7 to play.
And what I say, 20, 25 points, and they were going to be in a great opportunity. She's got 24, make it 25.
Yeah, right on cue. Mr. Tyler French calling it out. Savannah Gage delivers down the stretch for Ankeny. A 3-ball from the right side is short, and the Hawks will improve to 9-9 on the season. A terrific game for Savannah Gage, Tyler. She caps it here in the fourth, but 25 total.
Yeah, 13 in the first half, 12 in the second half. Extremely consistent. Huge thing. Jenna Pitts and Jayla Williams, double figures after combining for just 2 in the first half. They combined for 21 total, 19 in the second half. Sadie Moss, 21 on the other side, 10-plus rebounds, 4 blocks, 3 steals. A great game tonight as well for Vonna Billick, the freshman. 9 points for her, 8 for Megan Lawns. But kind of a disappointing game for Kayla Madison. Only hit 1 3 tonight. And she did pick up a couple assists in big moments, but overall, this team kind of struggled to shoot the ball, and that was really their undoing in that fourth quarter especially.
Yeah, no doubt. Northwest looked good coming into the fourth quarter, but Ankeny storms back late in the fourth. They got contributions from all over the place. Savannah Gage of late, you mentioned Jayla Williams, and Sadie Moss on the other side doing all she could. But at the end, it's Ankeny over Northwest in the first of 2. The Hawks improved to 9-9 on the season. We'll take a break and be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere. The men still to come right here on CISN TV.
Here comes Northwest. Kelderman drives the floor. Up and in!
Back the other way. Over to Lewis. Lewis. Deep three-pointer is buried.
Here comes Omaha Blue. Look out, Blue!
Hello and welcome to the CISN Game Break Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. We got a lot to cover in the next 10 minutes, including top 5 plays from this past week, rankings in both boys and girls basketball at the 5A and 4A levels, and what we got coming up on CISN this week. Let's jump right into it. Taking a look at our Class 4A IHSAA basketball rankings. First, these are courtesy of the IHSAA coming out on this Monday afternoon. Number 1, Cedar Rapids Kennedy. They still remain undefeated. They are one of the top scoring offenses in the state of Iowa. They hold serve at the number 1 ranking spot. A couple people thought that the team below them, Waukee, might jump. The Waukee Warriors sit at number 2 after their victory over Waukee Northwest, an astounding blowout victory over the Wolves. Waukee defeated Waukee Northwest last Friday night. The Wolves dropped to the 3rd spot. Waukee Northwest is their 2nd loss of the year. Waukee has 2 losses. Both teams have 2 losses. Waukee Northwest losses come to Valley and Waukee. The Warriors' only losses come to Ankeny and Waukee Northwest. Again, the thing that everybody's thinking about is, can these teams mate in the state title? Well, for that to happen, Cedar Rapids Kennedy would have to lose, because at this rate, Waukee and Waukee Northwest, if the seeding stayed the same, they would go into the state tournament at Wells Fargo Arena, and they would most likely play in the semifinals. But Valley, who is at number 4, does play Cedar Rapids Kennedy very soon, and that could be a game to watch if the Tigers can take down the Cougars in what should be a phenomenal basketball game. Valley is starting to figure things out. They are at the number 4 spot. A tough loss to Waukee a couple weeks ago still hurts, but a win over Waukee Northwest has their agenda looking good. Indianola at number 5 at the Little Hawkeye Conference. The Indians, without their star Drew Kingery, have still hung on and won games. Very close. They barely beat Newton last week, but their only loss is coming to Waukee by very few points. Indianola could be a very sneaky team when we get to the state tournament. Sioux City East is still undefeated, but their record against teams out on the western side of Iowa just hasn't been that great in terms of competition. They sit at number 6. Ankeny Centennial slipping as of late, but they should be back up against it soon. They have a tough game against Waukee Northwest still to come. That should be a fun one to watch. Ankeny Centennial at the number 7 position. Luke Winkle and company. If they get hot beyond the three-point line, watch out. That team can be very dangerous. Cedar Falls at number 8. Dubuque Senior at number 9. And North Scott has started to figure things out. They sit at the number 10 position. Moving on to the girls' rankings here in Class 5A. Thank you to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, courtesy of these rankings. At the top, pretty much has stayed the same all season. Johnston, Pleasant Valley, and Waterloo West. We expect these three teams to probably be the top. Johnston did lose to Dowling. Dowling Catholic broke Johnston's 42-game winning streak, so the Maroons have also put their name in the top 4/5 as legit contenders to be a really good team. Dowling Catholic, if I remember, did not start very well. They have picked it up significantly the last couple weeks. Dowling Catholic could be a very dangerous team moving forward. Your next section of teams, pretty much like I said, has stayed the same. A lot of movement. Davenport North really hasn't moved a ton, but they stay in that 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th position because their strength of schedule out east not the best. Ankeny, Centennial Valley, and Southeast Polk, it seems like they're swapping positions every single week. Southeast Polk has been without their star Brooklyn Daly, but she is expected to come back soon, and they've still been able to win. Valley, Ankeny, Centennial, pretty much the most even teams on paper that you could see. Valley has slipped just a tad lately, but they're starting to figure things out as we move on. Cedar Falls, Iowa City West, Sioux City East, Iowa City Liberty. A couple teams out east and west have been looking pretty good. Sioux City East lost a tough one to Bishop Heelan last week. That was a tough loss for the Black Raiders. They'll try to get back on track. Iowa City West looks strong as always. Iowa City Liberty starting to figure things out. And then the back half has obviously changes a lot. You see a lot of teams around 500. Linn-Mar, who also beat Waukee or Waterloo West earlier this season. They're a tough team. Waukee was ranked. We'll see if that stays the same. Waukee is in and out of the rankings. They lost to Waukee Northwest. And then Ankeny as well, another good team that has been moving up and down the rankings as the season's gone on. That's your top 15 in the girls' Class 5A rankings. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back to get you our top 5 plays of last week, along with what's coming up this week on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be right back. You're watching the CISN Game Break Show.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
All right, time to hop into our CISN top 5 plays of last week, starting at number 5. This comes to us from Southeast Polk High School. This is Drew Turnbull in a close match with Ankeny. Drew Turnbull hits the corner three-pointer to extend the lead for Ankeny. Ankeny would go on to win the ball game here over Southeast Polk. The Hawks starting to go on a little bit of a run. Watch out. Number 4, this is Gia Blazer of Ankeny against Naomi Templeman of Raccoon River. Templeman was down 8-2, comes all the way back, grabs the takedown, and then she turns Gia on her back. This is in the third period, and grabs the pin and fall. What a win to win the conference at her 140-pound weight class. Naomi Templeman, unbelievable at number 4. Moving on to number 3, Waukee Northwest. The girls up 23-16 over Northwest. Houck goes all the way and gets swatted back by Sadie Moss. Sadie Moss had a huge night for Northwest, both scoring offensively and defensively. Take another look. Kirsten Houck goes to the basket, and Moss just sends it right back and is able to get away with the steal also as well. Moving on to number 2. Ankeny and Southeast Polk on the girls' side. Ankeny goes up for the shot, gets blocked by Solseth, and then back the other way. J.C. Mitchell up off the glass as the buzzer sounds. Southeast Polk would go into the half leading 35-22. What a block. And then J.C. Mitchell, the awareness to get down the court and let go of it just before the buzzer sounds. And for number 1, we'll send it to our announcers so you can listen to what number 1 was when Omaha Ballou threw it down.
Here comes Omaha Ballou. Look out, Ballou!
Nasty. Absolute filth.
An unbelievable dunk by Omaha Ballou, who finished with 20-plus points, couple rebounds, and then how about this highlight dunk? East Bay pulled out in a crosstown rivalry. Unbelievable. While the Iowa State recruit, Omaha Ballou, destroyed the rim. What a week. CISN Top 5. Jumping ahead to our CISN broadcast schedule for this week, on Thursday night, the 26th, we got wrestling over at Waukee Northwest. Ankeny Centennial takes on the Wolves in what should be a phenomenal duel between two very good squads. Tyler French and Keith Borness are on the call for that one. That one starts at 7:30. And then Friday, we got a doubleheader on both sides, 2 doubleheaders. Southeast Polk travels to Dowling Catholic. That girls' game should be absolutely phenomenal. That tips off at 6:15. And then Ankeny goes on the road to take on Waukee Northwest. The Ankeny boys team just upset Waukee a couple weeks ago. Can they do it to the Waukee Northwest boys as well? That is your broadcasting schedule this week for CISN. That will wrap it up for us here on the CISN Game Break Show. Once again, want to thank everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Blake Walker. We're going to send it to your game. Thank you for watching the CISN Game Break Show.
Second half of doubleheader action here on the docket on CISN, as we've got another exciting game to bring you here tonight. The number 2 ranked Northwest Wolves, and we'll see if those rankings change here coming up after that loss to Waukee last week. But an exciting game. Colin, what do we got to look forward to here in this game?
Yeah, no doubt, Tyler. It's going to be a battle, and I'll tell you what, this Northwest team, you mentioned it, they're a top 5 team in the state. I don't think there's any debate about that. Coming off a loss at Waukee last Friday, they're going to be looking to bounce back this week, pick up a huge home win. And you got to start with Bryce Sanford. Obviously, everyone knows he's committed to Iowa. He's one of the top recruits in the state, if not one of the top 2 recruits in the state. One of the best, actually, in the country in my eyes. He's got the length. He's got the size. He'll stretch the floor. He's a big-time playmaker on both ends. But there's more to this Wolves squad than just him. You got to look at Cade Kelderman. He's averaging over 17 and 5 assists per game. A guy that'll work off the bounce, distribute at a high level. He can really dish it. But then there's more. Grant Tigas as well, Henry Manning, they're averaging over 7 a game. So there's big-time playmakers on this squad, and there's a reason they're ranked number 2. It's not just Bryce Sanford. This is a loaded cast of playmakers.
Yeah, and Cade Kelderman, again, another guy that I mentioned it with Sadie Moss in the last game, that you look at statistics-wise, it doesn't look like a huge difference from last season. But Cade Kelderman, his defense has greatly improved. He came up with a huge steal and a layup in that first win over Waukee back in December, dropped 30 in that game, in a game where we saw Bryce Sanford injure his ankle early on and wasn't able to produce much, hit a couple of threes. Shooting is going to be a big key, I think, tonight for Northwest. 41% as a team from downtown, but just 2 of them in that game against Waukee. A big reason that Waukee kind of ran them out of the gym.
Yeah, no doubt. I think so, and that's a key for Waukee Northwest, rather. You mentioned it. Didn't shoot it very well last Friday night. I think they'll bounce back this evening. Ability to knock down perimeter shots. And on the flip side, Ankeny's going to have to be locked in defensively if they want any part of a road win here this evening. This is a team that not only is going to have to protect the paint, but step out. Guys like Bryce Sanford, they want to let it fly from 3.
We'll take a short break, and on the other side, we'll take a look at the players for Ankeny and who needs to step up tonight if they want to get the upset win here on the road. Colin and Tyler French bringing to you live coverage of CISN.
1,400 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
We're back here pregame before a big matchup. Colin Brown and Tyler French coming to you live here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Number 2 ranked Northwest Wolves led by Price Sanford, but Ankeny upset-minded. They already have a win against Waukee this year, and they're going to need a big game from some of their big players.
Yeah, Tyler, no doubt. You mentioned it. This is a team that can play at a very high level, tough competition night in and night out in the Des Moines Metro, and they're led by 2 juniors. You look at Carson Johnson, who we hit on during the women's broadcast, over 13 a game, but then Leo Aguirre over 13 a game as well. 6 rebounds for the junior. He's going to have to crash the boards tonight. This Waukee Northwest team has some height and depth. They're going to have to be stellar on the glass.
Yeah, Northwest not really a traditional post on this roster outside of Natish Sakaranthi, who we've seen get up and down minutes. He was getting the starts earlier in the year before Tigas came back from injury at 6'7", another great story developing as a sophomore. He used to be able to step outside, shoot a little bit, but hasn't really gotten a lot of attempts as we've gone further into the season, as a lot of those shot attempts are going to be spread around to other players. But a big matchup I'm looking forward to is going to be potentially Maddox Ward. I think has got to be a big step up for this team. He's been starting almost every game this year, 37% from downtown. He's got to be that third scorer for them to help put points up on the board.
Yeah, no doubt. You hit it on the head, Tyler. It's funny. You look at this Ankeny squad. 2 juniors lead the way in the scoring department, but then there's 2 seniors that are averaging over 7 a game as well, and Jamison Patton and Maddox Ward. He'll also kick it around, assist the basketball, distribute at a high level, over 3 assists per game. And you mentioned it, this Ankeny team, they're shooting over 35% from 3 on the season. They're going to have to knock down some triples here this evening if they want a quality road win.
Yeah, and not a lot of size for this team. Devin Akers at 6'6", really their only true major post. Only guy that I believe stands above 6'5" on this roster. And on the other side, Grant Tigas listed at 6'4", plays bigger than that. He's got a lot of potential for this team, just a junior, and he'll be one of the top returning players for this team a year from now. But they've got their eyes on a state title, and if they're going to win one, it's going to be this year with the talent in this senior class.
Yeah, no doubt. There's a reason these guys are here. Obviously, a few of them were a part of that Waukee team that won a state title just a few years back. The split obviously comes. You look at this senior class and a few of the underclassmen, they're hungry for a title.
Yeah, and looking at the starting lineups for both these teams, Northwest, it's been a traditional lineup as we're expected to see the backcourt of Cade Kelderman and Andrew Coase, 2 upperclassmen. Andrew Coase at 5'11", a little bit smaller guard, but can shoot, can defend well, and he picks his spots to come up big for this team.
Yeah, no doubt. He is an energizer bunny, Tyler. He's all over the place. You might not hear his name in the newspaper, or you might not hear him talked alongside of Price Sanford, but Coase can make plays, and he'll do so here this evening. This Northwest team needs to lock down on the defensive end, and you hit it on the head, rebound the basketball. They've got the size to do it. They've got the mismatch in the size department tonight. That'll be a key.
Yeah, and Northwest, they really go that 3-big lineup that 3-guard lineup with Henry Manning there as well, lining up at about 6'1", stands right around that height. He and Kelderman 6'6" in that range, and he's had a little bit of a down year this year. He was a guy that was in double figures last year, shot the ball nearly 40% from downtown. It fell off a cliff at 25% on the season, but it has not affected the rest of his game. Still goes out, competes every game, plays defense, and if there's one thing, the guy's a great golfer. He knows he needs a strong mental game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Short memory on the basketball court. You hit it on the head. He's grown. He knows what he has to do, whether shots are falling or not. He can impact the game in other ways. He'll do so here tonight, and I expect him to get things rolling. We get later in the season, they know the postseason's coming. You got to start clicking on all cylinders.
And the first players announced for either team, the point guards, Maddox Ward and one of the top breakout players in the state, Cade Kelderman. And it looks like we may actually have a different starting lineup here tonight. Coe's not lining up at the 2 guard, as he would have been announced just now. It was Henry Manning. And it looks like they're going to go with the jumbo lineup with Natish Sakaranthi going to get the call, lining up at the 5.
Yeah, interesting move. You wonder if the Northwest staff wanted to mix things up or if they're just possibly looking at a matchup here this evening. But you see one of the stars out there, Bryce Sanford, he's in the starting lineup as well. It'll be really interesting to see if Ankeny tries to get out and run against this large lineup for Northwest.
Yeah, and the big thing is that no Devin Akers in the starting lineup for Ankeny. On the other side is Jamison Patton getting the call. So we're going to see the very small starting lineup of Maddox Ward, Jamison Patton, Carson Johnson, Jason Williams, and Leo Aguirre. No player standing taller than 6'3", and against a lineup of 6'4", 6'7", and 6'7".
Yeah, that tells me a few things, Tyler. Ankeny wants to get out in transition, get good looks, move the ball, distribute at a high level. They're going to get some wide open looks, especially from beyond the arc tonight. That's where it's going to be key. Can they knock them down as the team shooting 35% from 3 on the season?
Yep, and shooting was a big reason. Can't get over it. In that loss to Waukee, Bryce Sanford knocked in 2 threes, and that was it. And I think a lot of those shots, when you look back on it, were makeable attempts. They were open. You just got to knock them down. And every now and then you're going to have a game like that, and lucky to have it happen in the regular season and maybe not the potential state championship against Waukee or Cedar Rapids Kennedy if Northwest is able to advance that far.
Yeah, you hit it on the head there. This Northwest team, I'm sure if you talk to the coaching staff, they're probably thinking, hey, it was a tough, brutal loss. You never want to lose, but get our minds right, come off the L, and here we go back at home.
And Northwest going to control the ball here off the first possession, as they're already looking to get Bryce Sanford some opportunities, but down low, thrown to Natish. He's going to go up. Good defense from Aguirre, and it's going to be a missed shot for Natish on the first possession.
Yeah, Natish tried to go strong into the hole. Good defense from Aguirre. As you mentioned, he bodied him up, and Ankeny's on the board on the other end.
Jameson Patton, the future Cyclone football star, played a quarterback at Roosevelt for the last 3 years before transferring to Ankeny and started at safety for them this year. A multi-sport athlete, also strong on the baseball field. As a good drive here past Maddox Ward as Henry Manning gets to the hole, lays it in, and the first basket for either team on the board.
Yeah, Henry Manning, one of those unsung heroes for this Waukee squad. He gets an easy deuce there.
Carson Johnson gets into the low post, kicks it back out. Now guarded by Bryce Sanford on the far side. Ward will have it. Back up top to Aguirre as they look to try and get these guys going early and see if they can settle into a good rhythm. Johnson cutting up top. They looked his way, but it'll go to Ward on the far side. Trying to cross up Manning. Spin move down low. Shot up and good. Good finish from Ward off the ball handling skills.
Wow, I'll tell you what. Ward right there. Beautiful spin move in the lane. He goes off glass with the touch, setting the tone early for Ankeny.
And they're going to have Patton working against Sanford. Sanford getting the best of him there as Patton was trying to jump the passing lane like we've seen him do on the football field so many times.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's a terrific athlete, but the reach right there of Bryce Sanford, he calls for it, gets it in the half-court set, easy deuce.
This three rattles around and falls for Carson Johnson. As Natish, that early miss, the first and only miss of this game so far.
Yeah, both teams going back and forth. It's a slugfest on the offensive side. Rattles home a triple. That's good to see if you're Ankeny.
Sanford steps to the double team, converts, and the foul.
Well, I tell you what, Tyler, he's going to have to continue to get stronger as he hits the next level, gets into Big Ten play. But you see it this year as a senior. As we take a look, he's battling through contact and goes off glass for the easy two.
Sanford, over the last couple of years, around 86% from the free throw line. A very strong three-point shooter and free throw shooter as he knocks in the first shot from the charity stripe, and we're knotted back up at 7.
Yeah, if you're Ankeny, you can't be too happy with the easy looks that Bryce Sanford's getting. You got to try and limit his touches, especially down low in the paint.
Patton, the senior, trying to get into the low post, pulls up, hits the 6-footer. Jameson Patton, a couple early baskets. He looks to get himself going.
Wow, I tell you what, Tyler, that looked like a Division I move right there, whether it's football or basketball. 5-foot step back, just smooth as can be.
And Patton only at 6'2", a great defensive player, no matter the sport, but he couldn't do anything there as Natish led Sanford away from the basket, and Sanford was able to get into position.
Yeah, we hit on it in the pregame. This Ankeny starting five lacks size down low, and Price Sanford's taking advantage early.
Patton lost it in midair, able to readjust off the spin move and score.
Boy, what a move. And tell you what, this is interesting. They are going to Patton early.
There's going to be a stoppage here on the floor. They just noticed Jamison Patton still wearing his jewelry, and they'll have to take that off before continuing in action.
Yeah, tell you what, well, don't change too much if you're Patton. You have been terrific on the offensive end here in the first half.
He'll have to take a seat. They'll bring Cash Schulin into the game, another 6'3" guard. And that'll switch Aguirre over to Sanford and see if they look to go to that matchup as well. Still only one miss in this game so far, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. We had a terrific one in the first of two. Now in the second of two, we're scoring the basketball.
Kelderman open for three from the corner, and he'll hit. Get the assist to Manning, his second.
Yeah, beautiful assist by Manning there. An unsung hero for this team. Sets up Kelderman, and he knocks it home.
Guerrero get it back up top to Ward. Ward looks to attack off the dribble. Gets inside. Dishes it off. Shot goes up and blocked. Sagaranthi using his size there. Here comes Kelderman back the other way. Almost taken away, but he's able to recover and get it over to Manning.
Boy, I'll tell you, that's what he does. He protects the rim at a high level, Tyler, and right there, a mismatch down low. We got the best of him.
Tigges thought about a three, pump fake, dishes it down low. Sagaranthi goes up, he'll be fouled, it'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, good strong move. Tigges drops it off. Good look from Sagaranthi, and he'll head to the line for a pair.
And after having to check out, Patton will come back in here pretty quick after the first free throw for Sagaranthi. Northwest, a team that doesn't go very deep on their bench. Really, maybe you see one or two guys come off each game. Sagaranthi leaves the first one short, and Patton will check back in with Jazon Williams checking out.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tyler, that's a good point, and that's going to be one of the reasons in the postseason, tired legs for this Northwest team. Can they weather the storm? You know they're going to get some tough opponents coming at them. It's going to be really interesting to see.
And that's something we saw they ran into with Cedar Rapids Kennedy last year, where they had Cade Rounds and Carter Van Pelt. That was really it, with outside of Sanford, Kelderman, and Tigges and Manning. It was that group of six. Really, Natish got some minutes late in the season, but overall it was that main group that helped lead him to the state tournament. But a one and done is not what the goal is this year, as Aguirre can't get this one to fall. And we're finally starting to see some misses with Kelderman grabbing his second board.
Yeah, good defense there from Northwest, putting the clamps on here of late as they go the other way.
And Tigges had looked back the other way, had Sanford wide open in the corner, as they've been trying to trap a little bit off these double teams on the screens. But that's not going to what you're going to like to see when you're playing against Price Sanford, who moves so well without the ball. Gets open for the three here, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by School and coming back the other way.
Yeah, interesting here from this Ankeny staff. I like it. They're going small early, switching everything. Price Sanford misses the triple, but if you're Ankeny, that's what you want to see. Contested threes, turn it into transition points, and get out and go.
First foul of the game for Northwest goes against Cade Kelderman, and Andrew Coase will check in now. First game, I believe, this season that Coase has not started on the air, with Sagaranthi getting the start here tonight. Another substitution with Devin Akers coming into the contest, the 6'6" junior center. So now some signs of the contest as Patton will pull up, can't get the shot to fall, but Akers, the offensive rebound. We'll see how that affects the game plan with some more size in the game. Aguirre will hit the three and get Ankeny to lead back.
Second chance points, Tyler. That's going to be crucial here this evening, especially for Ankeny. If you're Northwest, you've got to hit the glass hard, limit them to one.
Sanford kicks in the corner. Manning looking to go baseline. He gets double teamed back out to Sanford on the far wing. He'll work his way down low against the fellow 21. They'll get Coase open in the corner. He'll get it back into Sanford. Puts the three up. Left it short. And it'll come back the other way, led by Carson Johnson.
Yeah, no white jerseys in the paint trying to rebound the basketball. It's been all Ankeny on the glass. Like I said, they're going small, switching everything, forcing tough looks.
Johnson can't get that free to fall. Manning will bring the board back the other way. Gets it ahead to Tigges. Tigges cuts to the defense, back out to Sanford as he'll work to back down Patton in the post. Akers there as well, and Patton will come up with a steal.
Boy, beautiful play by Patton. Sanford trying to dig his way in deep, and he ripped it free.
Leo Aguirre into the front court. Screen set by Akers. Akers already making his presence felt defensively, as I don't know if Price got a piece of that one, but body contact will send Jamison Patton to the free throw line. Big game already for Patton with 6 points here in the first quarter.
I tell you what, he has been aggressive, hasn't he, Tyler? He's going to the rim, hit a couple jumpers. Boy, you really like what you see out of this kid. You mentioned it. He's heading to Iowa State to play football, but man, he could have a future on the basketball court if he wanted to.
Misses the first free throw off back iron. And a different pace of play. The girls really, we saw them kind of slow it down a little bit, a lot of turnovers. These guys have been flying back and forth. 6 minutes have already run off the clock, and it feels like we've only been playing for 2.
Yeah, no doubt. They're getting up and down, aren't they? And I'll tell you what, both these teams want to do so, and they're both really good at it. 2 of the best in the state. Push in transition. If you're Ankeny, you know you're small, you've got to run. And Waukee Northwest, well, that's just a staple.
Tiggis looking to take it at Akers, and they're going to call a foul on Akers. Looked like there might have been some contact at the knee. They're also going to say came down with the hands.
Yeah, tough break for Ankeny, but Tiggis, good move, penetration deep into the lane. He was looking for Sanford, would have been a clean look.
Tiggis goes in between the defenders, but a big block there for Akers. Johnson back the other way. Stops, turns, puts a shot up, can't convert. Tiggis a nice rebound over the back of Akers.
Yeah, good look for Ankeny. Got to convert.
Speaking of converting, one of the best finishers in the state as Kate Kelderman lays that one in the transition. And we're knotted up at 15 with under a minute and a half left here in the first.
I'll tell you what, Tyler, you are right. That kid can finish through contact at the highest of levels. So impressive.
Patton trying to get the cross-court pass. Good hands by Kelderman to get a piece of that one.
And if you're Waukee, you want to lock in here on the defensive side. 15-15 all. But this team can play defense at a higher level. Give credit to Ankeny, but you've got the size out there to disrupt passing lanes. Got to clean things up on the glass as well.
But if you're Ankeny, this is the exact type of game you wanted to play. Come in, high energy. You're going to have to consistently repeat what you're doing well if you want to come away with another upset win. You've already beat one of the Waukee teams, looking for the win over the other. As Skulin knocks down the 3.
And that's it right there. Penetration from Ankeny on the offensive end. Work deep into the painted area. Kick for open looks from beyond the arc. It's all nylon.
Do I dare say that Cash Skulin was money on that shot? As Henry Manning looking to answer on the other side, and he does.
Unbelievable. Waukee Northwest comes right back, has the answer. Henry Manning, another one of those guys that you might not hear about in the newspaper, but he is so vital to the success for the Wolves.
4-second difference between the shot and game clock. It looks like Ankeny will look to hold for at least a late shot here on the clock. Aguirre guarded up top by Sanford. Sanford will stick with him going cross court, and he might look to attack here with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Double screen set up top, switched out. Tiggis will guard him. Now Skulin drive it in, adjusts in mid-air, gets the shot to fall. As Kelderman ahead to Coase, he'll fire from half court. Hit the top of the backboard, no good. What a finish there on the last second shot. 20-18, high scoring first quarter. We'll take a short break and be right back here on CISN.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday,
and we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
We're back here on CISN. Ankeny, a surprising first quarter, putting up 20 on one of the better defensive teams in the area as well, but Northwest holding right with them with 18 of their own.
I tell you what, Tyler, this has been fun, hasn't it? Holy cow. First quarter action, up and down we go, and you mentioned it. This Ankeny squad has already taken down one of, if not the best team in the state in Waukee. They're trying to do it again on the road here this evening, and very capable.
A great back cut here by Carson Johnson. He'll lay it in. He's got 5. And the big thing, that quarter, they got big performances. Jamison Patton was 7 and 5 from Cash Schoolin off the bench. A guy who doesn't get a lot of minutes, but hit a big 3 in that last second shot, as this will be another foul on Patton down low, with Sanford going to the free throw line.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, Tyler, contributions off the bench. Schoolin with a huge first half. Jamison Patton in the starting lineup, but he was ready to play. And then that inbounds pass right there, that's the coaching staff. Way to draw it up. Beautiful, beautiful action.
And Devin Akers, you know, even if you're just a big body that stands there, he had a block, a couple of rebounds, and set some screens. He's not a guy that has to go out and score even 5-7 points. If he's playing some good minutes like we see him coming back in, Patton with the early foul trouble, he provides a big body that takes away a little bit of what Northwest likes to do down low.
Yeah, no doubt. You are absolutely 100% correct. He is the size for Ankeny. Northwest, we know they have size. He's going to have to match up all night in the post.
Sanford now with 9 after he knocks in both free throws. 3 for 3 from the line so far as Johnson looks to go to work against Kelderman. Goes between the legs, pulls up from 3, no good. Nice board by Sanford going up one-handed.
Yeah, that's good half-court defense from Kate Kelderman. Northwest has got to continue to get stops.
Sanford double team, tried to get it tickets in the corner. Good closeout by Ward. Saw him do it on the football field, and he takes away the open lane. Otherwise, it would have been a corner 3 opportunity for Grant Tiggis, a guy who shoots 44% from downtown. They look to go high-low on a lob opportunity. Sanford got tripped up a little bit, a fast break opportunity back the other way. Ward into the heart of the defense. He goes up, and they're going to call Tiggis for the foul. That'll be his first.
Yeah, transition basketball there from Ankeny. Bryce Sanford goes to the deck. They turn it into 5-on-4 and are rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Maddox Ward this season, 9 of 14 from the line, good for 64%. Leaves the first one short, so at the very most it'll remain a one-possession game. Matish Sakarampi back to the game for Northwest, bringing that size back into the play.
Yeah, Northwest going with a much larger lineup here. Bryce Sanford and Sakaranthi on the floor.
As Ward left the first one short, the second one rims out, and we remain in a 2-point game. Northwest opportunity to tie or take the lead on this possession. Sanford gets it over to Tiggis to Manning in the corner. Can't get the shot to fall after making his first.
Well, that's what you want if you're Northwest. Ball movement. Price moves it. Good look in the corner. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Ward working down low, brings it back outside against Tiggis. And now Aguirre catches it, gives it back to Carson Johnson. We'll go to work against Kelderman. Johnson, we've seen him pull up for a couple of shots. Aguirre will put this shot up from the corner. And a good tip out by Akers. Aguirre goes up, gets his shot blocked, and Sanford will finally corral the boards to end the possession.
Yeah, Bryce Sanford, one-handed rebound there. Huge play for Northwest.
But Sakarampi, his second block, a big presence there defensively. Here's Tiggis driving in, gets over to Kelderman. He'll get into the heart of the defense. Back out to Tiggis in the corner. Great Tiggis from downtown. Give the assist to Kelderman, inside-out work. Usually it's from a big to a guard, but it's the exact opposite here. And Tiggis gets his first basket.
That's Cade Kelderman at his best, driving through the lane, distribution of the basketball to the corner. Tiggis knocks home the tray.
Ward here in the middle. Nice footwork, but can't get the shot to fall. Tiggis will corral the rebound, and it'll come back the other way, led by Kelderman. Kelderman guarded by Johnson, back out to Sakarampi. Stops and gets it over to Sanford. Sanford double teamed. Natish drives in, out to Tiggis. And a good closeout there by Williams. Takes away to the 3 opportunity. The floater, though, is good. Grant Tiggis, that's the biggest part of his game we've seen grow from his sophomore year. The ability to attack off the dribble. Northwest with a 3-point lead and a timeout for Ankeny. We'll take one with them and be right back here on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Northwest back in front, 25-22, and we were talking off air, but this is the exact type of game that Lincoln played against Northwest a couple weeks ago on that Saturday where they led 19-13. But in the second quarter, Northwest turned it up a notch and went on a 26-0 run. Ankeny trying to avoid that, getting outscored, I believe, 7-2 here in the quarter.
Yeah, the Hawks are getting good looks, too, Tyler, in the painted area, driving the basketball. Just haven't got them to go here of late. But you've got to end that streak if you want a chance to win a road game like this.
An adjustment by Coach Watson. As they go to the zone defense, Aguirre cuts in, gets the layup to fall off a nice pass.
Yeah, tough move from Aguirre down low. Beautiful feed, and he finishes.
Coming off the screen, Sakaranthi gets it open, and trying to go baseline was Manning. Now back to Natish into the corner. Tigas ready, fires, can't get it to fall. Natish with the offensive rebound. He goes up strong, foul from behind as Williams got a piece of his hand.
Yeah, and that's the length for Northwest, Tyler. Getting on the offensive glass. Natish right there goes up above and beyond. As we take another look, he'll head to the line.
And Natish, the big thing, he's not going to score a lot of points. He can go on for double figures every now and then. Not the greatest free throw shooter, but 2 boards, 2 blocks, 2 assists so far. If you can fill it up every other spot like that, you're going to get playing time here in high school basketball.
Yeah, that's quality minutes for him. And again, only a sophomore. But you mentioned it. He does not have to score the basketball on this team. There's plenty of scoring options for the Wolves.
And, when we go into next year where you see the graduation of Kelderman, Manning, and Sanford, he's going to get more opportunities. But even if he doesn't grow into a 15-point-per-game scorer, as a 6'7", the ability to rebound, play defense, and facilitate a little bit while just being smart on the floor, he's going to catch some coaches' eyes at the next level.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. This coaching staff in Northwest loves him too. They see the upside. He can be a terrific player for years to come.
Yeah. Aguirre can't get the shot to fall, tipped around, Tigas able to bring it in. You can teach a guy how to score. It's the mentality of being able to teach them to do the other things. As Sanford puts it up in transition, a great pass out off the rebound while still in midair. Down low to Tish, back out to Manning. Another beautiful pass, and this one can't be knocked down. Tigas struggling from the three-point line, 1 of 4 now.
Yeah, it was a good look. Henry Manning's got to shoot that ball, Tyler. He's good, wide open on the right side, clean look, let it fly, no hesitation.
Under 3.5 left here in the second quarter. Northwest leading 26-24. And a no-look pass from Schooling goes sailing out of bounds. It'll be a turnover back to Northwest. Jamison Patton back in the game. Akers will take a seat.
Yeah, you got to roll the dice if you're Ankeny. Jamison Patton was your offense there in the early portion of this first half. You're struggling here of late in the second quarter. Put him back in the game, see what he can do for you.
Just 4 points for them here in the quarter as Sakaranthi gives the handoff on the dribble handoff for Manning. Back over to Tigas, who, like I said, grown a lot as a ball handler. Now kind of fits into more of that 3 and D type role, but also a guy that can play at the 4 and 5 as it's going to be a travel call here. As it looked like Kelderman went in, got slapped on the ball, and dragged the foot.
Yeah, I think Cade Kelderman thought he got fouled on that play, but nonetheless, referee, tough viewpoint, travel, turnover, gives it back to Ankeny.
And we've seen this pace of play kind of slowed down a little bit here. Schooling goes on the defense. Looked like he might have gotten away with a travel. Sanford will get the rebound.
Yeah, good defense by Natish.
Kelderman spin move back out to Manning. Manning drives in, back out to Sakaranthi, and now to Sanford. Sanford double team. Sakaranthi lines up the 3, and that's an air bank. That hit none of the rim.
Yeah, it didn't look the most comfortable shooting that ball from range. I know he can knock it down, but in that possession, see if you can move it, get a quality look.
And I don't think Coach Watson was too happy with that shot attempt. Andrew Coe's coming to check in. The next dead ball, Drew Trimble set to check in as well. Jamison Patton checks back in and ties the game up. He's got 8.
I'll tell you what, Tyler, that was the weight room right there. A football player, Division I athlete, burying his man down low and going off glass.
This foul will go against School, and it's the 16th foul against Ankeny. Been a pretty clean game so far. Another team in the bonus quite yet.
Yeah, I like it. Both these teams getting up and down, the officials letting them play. We got a great ball game on our hands.
Manning was wide open off the inbounds pass. Surprised he didn't look to take it to the hole. But it'll be Sanford guarded up top by Trimble. Sanford will take it to the rim, gets fouled as he goes up And we'll see who this call goes against. It is against Trimble. Lucky there that it was not against Patton. That would have been number 3 and probably would have been done for the quarter.
That's what we need to see more of from Price Sanford. He's been struggling to shoot the ball from range, attack, get to the rim. He's got the size and athleticism to do so, and then feed at the free throw line.
He's in a double figures now with 10. 86% from the line on the year. A guy that both his junior and senior season has flirted with that 50-40-90 season.
Yeah, terrific player, and once again, a part of that Waukee State Championship team that had his brother on it as well. He'll follow suit to Iowa City next season, but he's trying to get another title here at Northwest.
And it's still crazy to think, looking back, but he was the 4th option offensively, who was mostly a spot-up shooter who, and occasionally, and this is going to be an offensive foul against Carson Johnson, occasionally take over a little bit, average like around 8 points per game as a freshman and sophomore, and then all he's done then is average like 27 a game in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is funny to look back. That team absolutely loaded. Another guy on that team is back at Waukee this season. We all know who that is in Omaha Blue. They're both showing out.
Omaha Blue, 24 and 12 per game for Waukee. Had the huge breakaway dunk you saw in our show in between the 2 games. The lookout Blue, as Blake Walker called it.
Classic call right there from Blake Walker. Tell you what, those two are fun to watch in high school. They're both staying in state. It is going to be a pleasure to watch them play at the college level.
Omaha Blue, recently named to the McDonald's All-American team. Going to be playing on that same Western team as Bronny James.
How about that, huh?
Got to be a great honor for him. As Price knocks down the first free throw, he's got 12 tonight. Next one hits in and out.
Again, we mentioned it, Tyler. Get to the free throw line if you're Price Sanford. He's driving the ball to the basket right on cue.
They'll be thrown here to Trimble in the corner, working back up top. Now here's Patton. He'll pull up, shoot the 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Sanford will save it from going out of bounds. Working the sideline back in the middle for Kelderman. Kelderman, quick pace back the other way. Puts a shot up, no good. Good contest there from Schooling coming over from the weak side.
Yeah, great defense by Ankeny. Kelderman got down low into the painted area, couldn't get it to go.
Aguirre, the lefty, tried to put the shot up, was unable to get a good look off. Now here's Manning back the other way, going coast to coast. Got the hard-fought rebound, contact, no foul called, but Manning able to finish.
Beautiful move by Manning. Finished with the left on the left side. A lot of contact. Northwest staff looking at the officials. They wanted a call.
And I got to feel bad a little bit for Ankeny here. No students coming here. So the elementary and middle school kids have taken over the normal student section for the visitors.
Yeah, I tell you what, not much Ankeny love on the road here this evening. But you got to give the Hawks credit. They're battling down 5 late in the quarter.
And we do have a great crowd here on the side of the court as a beautiful finish by Carson Johnson down low. 6 seconds on the game clock. Kelderman drives in, can't get the shot to fall, and they'll be unable to get another shot off. Northwest able to flip the script a little bit in the quarter, though, as they outscore Ankeny by 5 and take a 3-point lead into the halftime break. We're going to take a break ourselves, and we'll be back with some halftime stats and analysis. You're watching Central Iowa Sports Network with some CIML basketball.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go!
So can your car, so to get free pickup, drop-off, or delivery, head over to Honest Wrenches. And their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional-grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
The varsity dance team performing here at halftime. They'll be headed to nationals here in the upcoming month or so, and it's going to be their second straight trip to nationals. Brought home, I believe, a national championship back during the days of Waukee, and a couple state titles last year as well. A very gifted dance program here at Northwest High School, and one of the things that's very underrated here at the high school level is just the dance team performances we get to see, but great performances in the first half as well from both these teams. Price Sanford leading the way with 12 points, but balanced scoring from Ankeny was the reason they were able to keep with the Wolves.
Yeah, no doubt. You start with Price Sanford. He realized early in that half he was not knocking shots down from beyond the arc. Started penetrating, getting deep into the paint, scoring at the rim. But you mentioned it. For Ankeny, share the ball, share the wealth. Jamison Patton early, getting in on the action, but they got contributions from everywhere to keep this one at 3, or down 3, I should say.
At 31-28, our score at the break. As you look at scoring for both teams, for Ankeny, Pat leading the way with 9-7 for Carson Johnson, 5 each for Cash Schoolin and Leo Aguirre, 2 for Maddox Ward. On their side for Price Sanford leading the way with 12. A good game for Grant Tiggett so far, 5 points, a corner 3, and a nice drive and a floater over the outstretched hands of Devin Akers. 2 points for Natish Sakaranthi, 7 for Henry Manning, and a 5 for Cade Kelderman. So balanced scoring on the other side as well, but Sanford just a guy that can take control when he needs to.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we'll see him do so, Tyler, in the second half. This Northwest team will come out with extra motivation. Ankeny hanging around, you got to give them credit. They're looking to steal a road win. Northwest looking to get back on track. This is where you see a guy like a Price Sanford, a Division I basketball player, take over in the second half to get his team a home victory.
Yeah, and very different tempos in the first and second quarter. It was 18-20 at the end of one, and the score was 13-8 in the second quarter. Both teams really slowing it down. We saw, the first 4 minutes of the game, I don't think we saw more than a single miss, and that changed a little bit. Legs got a little tired, started seeing the shots left a little short, and those rebounds started to climb up.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're correct. First 5 shots, only 1 miss. It was bucket after bucket in the early going. In the second half, the defense has settled in the half court, really forced some tough looks. Both defenses running side to side, really filling holes, passing lanes, gaps. Give credit to both coaching staffs for making adjustments.
For Northwest, it has been Price Sanford leading the way offensively, but a lot more to like for both teams as we're getting set for second half action. Under 5 minutes remaining here at halftime. We're going to take another break. We'll be back with a look to the second half and what both teams need to do to come away with the win tonight. You're watching CIML Basketball on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Ankeny back out of the locker room. A 3-point differential here at halftime. The Hawks have come out and played some great basketball. Mentioned before, this is the same type of flow we saw from Lincoln when they came out on a hot streak against Northwest back in the early part of the new year. And these are two teams that have kind of gone opposite ways recently, as Northwest lost those games to Waukee and to Valley. Did pick up the wins in between against Johnson, Iowa City, High, and Southeast Polk, but none of those teams the caliber of those top 5 schools. So those are some big losses. Split the season series with both those teams. But Ankeny on their side, winners of 3 out of their last 4, and looking for another upset win here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? This Ankeny team came to play tonight. They got things started in the first quarter, got on the board early. Jamison Patton was terrific. Then he gets settled with foul trouble. They pick up the slack, but then in the second half, they slowed down a little bit. If they want to win this game here this evening, they're going to have to rebound the basketball on the defensive end and get out in transition, push with tempo, get easy looks.
And you got to think at some point they're going to try and get Carson Johnson and Leo Aguirre as many shots as possible. Those two guys combining for 27 points per game. And, you know, they're kind of on pace right now, combining for 12 in that first half. But Jamison Patton's been a story to them so far. A big member of the football team for Roosevelt last 3 years before transferring. And the Ankeny Hawks making it to the Dome once again this year. A great program up about 30 minutes north from here, and now making his presence felt on the basketball court as well.
Yeah, if you're an Iowa State fan, Tyler, you like what you see on the basketball court tonight from Jamison Patton. He's headed your way down to Ames to play football, but he was terrific in the first half, and you mentioned it. Carson Johnson and Leo Aguero, 13 points per game on the season, really kind of held in check in that first half. They'll have to get things rolling offensively as well.
Aguirre took a couple of ill-advised shots, and I think that was a big reason. Wasn't able to get some of those shots to fall. Hit a big 3 early in the first half, but then just 1 2-point basket the remainder of the first. We are back underway. Northwest 31, Ankeny 28, as Kelderman will handle the ball here on the first possession of the second half. Into the low post. They get it to a cutting Price Sanford. Gets fouled immediately by Jamison Patton. That'll be number 3 on the guard. And he'll go to the free throw line where he knocked in 4 of 5 in the first half.
Yeah, I love that play call and set from the North.
To the fourth one, that could be detrimental as they attempt to hang with Northwest in the second half of action.
Yeah, Tyler, you hit it on the head right there. That's 3 on Patton. You have to roll the dice, though. Trailing by 5 now. I think this is a good call. You got to keep him in the game with how he's been playing this evening.
Sanford now up to 14 points. He'll pick up Aguirre on the other side. And it'll be Carson Johnson handling the ball near the volleyball line. Dribble handoff for Aguirre as they look to try and get their 2 leading scorers going early on in the second half. Give it off to Patton. Switch on. Sanford steps up. And the shot rattled around and picked up off the rebound by Tigges. Kelderman coming off the screen. looking to get into the defense. Didn't have a great first half, just 5 points for him. Missed a couple of layups. Wide open in the corner. They kick it out to Kelderman. Back to Tigas. He'll launch the three from the corner. He's missed his last 4 after knocking in that first one. Kind of what we saw from Megan Lawns in the first game today. Knocked in her first shot in the first quarter, and it was a while before she got another one to fall. And this foul will be called against Tigas as Jazon Williams was taking it to the rim. No points for him so far, but he'll get an opportunity at the line.
Yeah, tough break for Tigas on the offensive end. Kelderman did exactly what he was supposed to do, create penetration into the lane, kick to the corner for 3, couldn't knock down the shot, and then on the other end draws the foul.
Jazon Williams just 4 free throw attempts on the season. That one rattles in and out, no good. Williams not a guy that gets a lot of offensive looks, just 2 points per game on the season. He'll knock that one in, gets it back to a 4-point contest. 6 different member of the lineup today to score for Ankeny. 5 players with baskets on the other side as Kelderman drives in. Can't get the shot to fall, but a great rebound and kick out by Natish. Sanford can't get the shot to fall, though. Another O board, and they'll keep this possession going. Aguirre will get called for the body foul.
Well, quality looks for Northwest. They're just not getting shots to fall from beyond the arc, but give them credit. They are all over the glass. We mentioned that at halftime. Ankeny wants to get back in this game. They have got to put bodies on bodies and get on the boards.
Another missed 3 for Sanford. He has not had his shot the last couple of games. Only knocked in 2 threes against Waukee and also struggled in the second half against Southeast Polk down the stretch as well.
Yeah, struggling from beyond the arc. He's got to continue like he did in the first half to get to the rim, draw fouls, and create easy looks.
This ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Ankeny. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 4-point game as Northwest trying to pull away a little bit, but Ankeny holding tough.
Yeah, the Hawks are here to stay this afternoon, Tyler. You got to give them credit. And you mentioned it. This is already a team that's beat Waukee, now trying to go on the road and beat Northwest.
Jazon Williams steps back, launches the 3. He'll hit! 4 points for him in the quarter after being held scoreless in the first half.
Well, what a big shot from Williams. Cuts the lead to 1, and that's just another one of these weapons for the Hawks offensively.
Johnson trying to jump the pass. A little bit of a zone defense look here. Natish out to Tigas. Tigas for 3. The team cannot buy a 3-point basket right now. Manning, Kelderman, and Tigas all hit one in the first half, but we haven't seen one since. I don't think we've seen Sanford with one so far, as Manning will get the steal here. Sanford leading the charge. Kicked it wide open. Manning thought about the 3, drives in instead, and he gets fouled hard by Williams, and he'll go to the free throw line.
A good move by Manning. I thought he was going to pull up and take the triple, decided against it, attacks the rim, and he'll be rewarded with a trip to the line.
And I think one of the big things, we haven't seen a lot of turnovers, it feels like tonight. There's been a lot of missed shots since that quick pace first quarter, but both teams have been taking care of the ball well, as this one left short by Manning. 7 points for him in the first half, along with 3 rebounds. Patton will check out as Devon Akers comes back in.
Yeah, and here comes that size for Ankeny, Tyler, trying to get on the board. You bring in Akers, he's one of your biggest players, and he'll be down low trying to body up Sanford in the paint.
Manning able to bounce back and knock in the second one. And I think it's a good move here. We saw them, they've been hitting the offensive glass in this second half so far. Saccarante with a couple offensive rebounds. Kelderman and Manning hitting the glass as well.
Yeah, this Northwest team might not be hitting shots from beyond the arc right now, but eventually they're going to fall.
It's a 2-point lead for Northwest after the free throw by Sanford. Jazon Williams hit a 3 the last time. And we were trying to get the lead back, and he does! Big 3.
There's one of those leading scorers, Tyler, answering the bell here in the third quarter. A huge triple, all nylon, as the Hawks go up 1.
So Northwest down for the first time in a while. As Manning, he'll drive in, converts to the left hand, and finishes.
Boy, good move from Manning. Good defense by Ankeny. Slid right in front. I thought maybe we were going the other way with a charge. No call. Layup is off glass and good.
Coach Carlson for Ankeny was talking to the refs the way down the floor. Akers getting deep in the post, and he'll lay it in for his first basket. Lead back to Ankeny as we go back and forth.
Well, I tell you what, this has been fun, hasn't it, partner? Offensive show here midway through the third.
Kelderman, a nice stop. ball fake, got his defender in the air, and then hits the floater. He's got 7.
He's so shifty and quick, averaging 17 a game. We'll see if he starts to take over here in the second half.
Just 7 points for him so far, averaging about 17 per contest on the season, and he can go off for 30 on any given night. Had 26 against Waukee and 30 against them the first time those two teams played.
Yeah, he's played at the highest level here at the high school game, and he knows how to get it done.
Akers with a finish off the putback.
Well, I tell you what, Devin Akers has given the Hawks a huge boost off the bench. He gets a hook to go a moment ago, and then the offensive rebound for 2 there.
In the corner, Tigas thought about a 3. He'll drive in instead. Goes up, no contact, enough to draw the call anyway. And here comes Maddox Ward back the other side. In transition, he finishes. Ankeny lead up to 3.
Well, that's what you got to do if you're Ankeny. Get out and run. They're playing that smaller lineup. Speed is all over the floor for the Hawks. Beautiful move.
Bryce Sanford still trying to get his shot to fall. Here he gets double teamed out to Manning. He'll step into the 3. Good! Like I said, Henry Manning has struggled this year with the 3-point shot, but that's his second 3 of the night, both of them coming in huge moments.
Yeah, clutch shot there from Henry Manning. You mentioned his second triple of the night, desperately needed for Northwest.
A quiet 13 for Henry Manning tonight, kind of coming out of nowhere. It's a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well back here in 30 seconds on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemakers.
We're back here on the floor. Northwest has been battling back and forth with Ankeny here. It has been a great set of games so far. Colin Brown and Tyler French coming to you live on CISN with the CIML doubleheader. It is not disappointed.
I tell you what, Tyler, we're having fun, aren't we? We get here for the early game. The women battle it out. That's a close one all the way down to the wire. Ankeny picks up a W. And then here the nightcap. Ankeny comes on the road, and they're battling one of the best teams in the state, a top 5 ranked opponent. You got to give credit to the Hawks. They're getting up and down. We're all knotted at 41.
It'll be Ankeny basketball as a little bit of press set up here for Northwest, with Maddox Ward handling it beautifully, going a couple behind the back moves against Henry Manning. Loses it as he tries to go inside. Fading, and I think Manning might have got a piece of that one.
Yeah, good defense there. That really rattled Ankeny. Ward might have been a little too selfish, trying to play some ISO ball, and the turnover gives it back to Northwest.
Sanford, he'll work, coming back the other way. Fades off that 1 foot. The Dirk shot, can't get a fall. Sakaranthi and Akers fighting with it, and Akers will come down with the board.
I'll tell you what, Tyler, that's a good look, and you'll live with that if you're Northwest. Bryce Sanford knocks that down 9 out of 10 times.
Sanford with 14 tonight, but has not been shooting the ball well. Just 2 points here in the third quarter. And Carson Johnson had him in the spin cycle, and then the pull-up shot from the elbow is good.
Man, quick crossover for Johnson, and he delivers on the mid-range J.
Sanford spins out of the double team, leaves a shot short, gets the board. He'll go up strong and finishes off of the glass.
Size down low, gets it. Gets his own rebound and goes off glass. Let's see if that sparks Bryce Sanford.
As Johnson over on the far wing working against Kelderman. In the corner, wide open. Schoolin hit a 3 in the first half. That one doesn't fall, and Sanford gets another rebound.
Boy, good look for Ankeny. That's exactly what they wanted. Beautiful wide open tray. Couldn't get it to go.
It's Sanford here on the near side wing. Over to Kelderman. Kelderman, a little bit of a quiet night, 7 points and 2 assists so far. Manning has really picked up the slack. Tigas trying to get another one to go, and he finally does.
There it is, Tigas, a clutch 3. That puts Northwest back on top. Let's see if he continues to stay hot here late in the third.
Henry Manning has had himself quite a game here tonight. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's been picking up a lot of the slack tonight, and he's been big keeping Northwest even or ahead over this last couple of quarters. Schoolin will launch another 3. That was an air ball rebounded by Manning.
Yeah, that time better defense from Northwest. Might have forced a shot from Schoolin.
Here's Kelderman. He gets double teamed. Kicked out to Manning, looking for three. Number 3, and it's good!
I'll tell you what, you hit it on the head, Tyler. Henry Manning has delivered when it matters most tonight for Northwest. They're struggling to score the basketball. He has came up large.
8 points for him in the corner. Give him 16 for the evening. And we'll see if this could be a breakout game for him as we get into the last couple of weeks of the season before districts start.
Yeah, and this may be exactly what the doctor ordered. You hear about Kate Kelderman, you hear about Price Sanford. Who else can step up for Waukee down the stretch? It could be Manning.
Big block down low. Akers tried to follow. Ward pulls up. Could have gotten a better shot. Sanford, he'll launch. He'll be well short. But good defense down that stretch. And Northwest goes down to up 6 in a hurry. Thanks to the play, Grant Tigas and Henry Manning. We'll take a quarter break and be back here on CISN with the 4th and final quarter.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors, and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors, stewards of your dollars and savings. Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
A back and forth third quarter has us going into the 4th. Just a 6-point lead for Northwest. An exciting day of basketball here. A close finish in the girls' game that came down to the wire. Ankeny pulling that one out, and Northwest trying to split the doubleheader here against the visiting Hawks.
Yeah, it has been a terrific night of basketball. Couldn't have asked for much more. And you said it, we got a good one going into the 4th quarter. Ankeny trails by 6. Waukee applied pressure defensively to end the 3rd and started hitting shots from deep.
Threes by Henry Manning and Grant Tigas late. Manning now with 3 threes for the evening. We'll see if that can break him out of his season-long shooting slump, under 25% of the season. Patton back into the game, instantly brings the offense as he gets into double figures now with 11.
Yeah, huge shot from Jamison Patton, a fadeaway jumper. He has been the catalyst all night offensively for Ankeny. Saddled by foul trouble, they put him back in here to start the 4th, and he comes up big.
Patton has been the main defender on Price Sanford when he's been in the game. Sanford has struggled with his shot with a big key. He's got to continue to go down low as he's going to have that height advantage and the opportunity to get Patton with that big 4th foul if he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial here in the 4th quarter. We'll see if this staff for Waukee goes right at Patton. They draw a double on Kelderman here. It's going to be really interesting with him in the game.
6 seconds on the shot clock. Sanford looking to go to work, drives in and finishes over the outstretched arm of Devin Akers.
Wow, smooth move going through traffic against length, and Price Sanford lays it off the glass beautifully.
And Sanford hasn't had his shot falling here tonight. I don't think he's hit a 3 so far. As that's going to be an offensive foul, and that's number 4, I believe, against Patton.
And there it is, exactly what you didn't want to have happen if you're this Ankeny staff. Jamison Patton has been playing so well, but he's been aggressive. 4 fouls. It looks like they're going to let him roll.
And this is arguably then their 5 best players tonight. Devin Akers off the bench. So their lineups currently is Ward, Patton, Johnson, Aguirre, and Akers. I believe this is normally their starting lineup, as this one no good. Rebounded by Johnson coming back the other way.
Yeah, good defense from Ankeny there. They need more stops just like that, and they got to convert now on the other end.
Johnson, pull-up triple, no good, and a good rebound by Sanford as he's approaching a double-double. 18 and 8 tonight for Price, and we've been talking like it's been an off game for him. Mentioned a quarter break. If that's an off game, I would take that every night.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's why he's playing at the next level, impacting the game in so many ways. You see it there, a beautiful, easy bucket.
Andrico's a nice cut, and he gets his first basket of the game. Going to be a timeout for Ankeny as they trail by 8. 53-45, 6:01 remaining. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a 30-second break here on CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homemakers.
It has been a great night of basketball, and Northwest, are they on the brink of finally pulling away? 53-45, their lead, their largest lead of the game, as they look to try and push it to double figures. A timeout by Ankeny, and they're in a tough spot right now, down 8, and the player who's been your best guy all night now with 4 fouls and is the main defender on one of the best players in the entire state.
Yeah, Ankeny in a tough spot. Jamison Patton started this game on the offensive end, scoring the basketball at a high clip, gets saddled with foul trouble late in the first half. The second half has been the same. He's got 4 fouls. They're going to roll with him. But, Tyler, you hit it on the head. Northwest starting to pull away. Patton being on the bench is a huge reason why. And with 6 to play, if Ankeny's going to make a run, now's the time to do so.
Tyler French, Colin Brown coming to you live here on CISN. The CIML doubleheader as Aguirre gets inside, but the shot does not fall. One of the best looks he's had all night. He needed to convert that one.
Yeah, in and out. That looked halfway down. Tough break for 21 in black, but nonetheless, got to play defense now and try to get a stop.
Cade Kelderman kicks it back out from Manning, who's had a beautiful second half. As can't get that one to fall. Watson wanted a foul. Akers comes down with the rebound, gets it over to Johnson. Screen set by Ward up top. Ward will float out, and he'll launch a deep 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Akers with the rebound.
Yeah, good offensive board by Ankeny. They got to make it count.
Johnson got it to Akers. Akers couldn't convert. Tiggis another rebound, and he'll come back the other way.
Good contested the rim for Northwest. Akers left it short.
Sanford has it knocked away. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
You see now Ankeny starting to put some pressure, starting to trap, double in certain situations. Northwest has got to recognize that and move the ball side to side, get rid of it quickly.
Kelderman into the corner, over for Coes, and they go to high-low. Get it into Sanford, converts, and the foul!
Boy, what a play from Price Sanford, but what a call from the bench there. Beautiful half-court set. He buried his defender down low in the paint, an easy deuce, and he goes to the line for one more.
And they were calling for a 3-second, but he planted himself in there, got the ball before those 3 seconds were up. And I don't think a lot of people realize that those 3 seconds reset.
Yeah, that's a good point, Tyler. I don't think people do. If he has the ball in the paint and we're not at 3, it does. Resets fresh. He goes right up, score it plus the free throw.
And now Northwest in complete control of this, an 11-point lead. Here's Patton losing it out of bounds. Would have had an opportunity going to the rim.
Yeah, that was going to be Patton versus Price Sanford at the rim. Would have been fun to watch, but Patton got a little too excited, let it go off his leg out of bounds.
Sanford now with 21 points tonight, leading all scorers. Here's Kelderman looking to attack off the dribble, back dribbles, reset the offense with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Gets to the rim, reversed in midair, couldn't get the shot to fall. Akers fights with Tiggis and eventually comes down with the board. Here's Patton back the other way, gets it to Johnson. In the middle of the paint, no good, and that's a double-double now for Sanford as he grabs his 10th rebound. Quick pace back the other way, and it'll be an assist for Sanford and a basket for Kelderman.
Yeah, Price Sanford right there, the block, the rebound, the run out, and Kate Kelderman gets the easy deuce. Ankeny has gone cold on the offensive end.
Northwest with their largest lead of the game at 13. Ankeny will call another timeout. It'll be another full. We'll keep it right here as Northwest, they're starting to run away with this one, and Ankeny doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, bad part of the game to go cold. This Ankeny offense has really sputtered down the stretch. And on the flip side, Price Sanford, he hasn't been doing it from beyond the arc, but man, he has been a force to be reckoned with down low. You see it here on the replay, the and one, just burying his defender on his backside, got the rim to his advantage in front, and he goes up for 2. There's a reason why he's going to the University of Iowa to play for the Hawks. You see the talent and the athleticism on display here this evening.
Bryce Sanford, 21 points tonight, no three-pointers, which shows how dangerous he can be even without his shot falling. 21 and 10, another double-double for the senior.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tyler, we talk about the scoring for this Northwest team, and rightly so. Bryce Sanford, one of the best scorers in the state of Iowa, but he's doing more than that this evening. You mentioned a double-double, rebounding the basketball, and then he's such a focal point offensively, distributing the basketball at a high level as well. He's all over the place.
Northwest 58, Ankeny 45, under 4 remaining as Northwest trying to continue this run, and Ankeny trying to work their way back in this.
Yeah, down 13. There's still 4 minutes to play, but Ankeny has gone cold from the field. They've got to get a quality look here offensively, try to cut into this lead.
Ball we inbound into Aguirre, and on the far side, Ward gets it to Johnson, and that'll be a foul. Just the second on Northwest here in the second half. Mentioned before, very clean game. Neither team in the bonus in the first half, and that's been the case here. Outside of Jamison Patton, no one really in foul trouble on either side.
Yeah, I tell you what, I forgot about the officials until that call right there. They've been swallowing their whistle all night, but I love it. Let these guys play. It's been a terrific ball game.
Aguirre looking to go somewhere with it. Both of their inbounds passes, they've gotten into him, and no one cutting or looking for the ball.
Yeah, they've gone stale in the half court here, and then that floater can't go a few halfway down. But you're right, not moving without the basketball, and then nobody on the offensive glass. It's white jerseys down low.
Maddox Ward was a little bit of kind of pushing the issue a little bit. Ended up missing the three with a hand in his face after missing a contested floater as well. Johnson, again, they're kind of pushing the issue a little too hard and not getting good looks.
Yeah, the Bryce Sanford length down low altered that lay-in, and then on the other end, it's an easy 2 for Tigges.
Grant Tigges, a great game tonight, 10 points, 4 rebounds, as Sanford picks up another assist. 3-pointer for Johnson is good. We'll see if that can break this offense out of the slump. He reaches double figures, give him 12 tonight.
Yeah, huge shot for Ankeny there. Cut this lead back to 12, apply some pressure, see if he can't get a quick stop.
Tigges went right through the defense, no one stopped ball, and he gets not an easy lay-in, but another big basket.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tigges right to the rim, a good move, and he lays it off glass for 2.
Aguirre back the other way, able to answer.
Yeah, Ankeny now scoring the basketball, and now they've got to flip it to the other end, get a stop on defense, down 12.
And it looks like Northwest will look to take some time off the clock. Patton will come up to guard a little bit closer. Beautiful cross-court pass. Tigges, that's 6 straight for Grant Tigges.
Well, I tell you what, Tigges feeling it here in the fourth quarter. Him and Manning have been the 2 playmakers tonight for Waukee Northwest. They played terrific basketball.
Tigges tried to get the steal, ended up in Aguirre's hands, and he misses the 3. Another board for Sanford. Calderman will back dribble a little bit, under 2 remaining. Northwest looks well on their way to another victory to move to 14-2.
Yeah, impressive record overall, 14-2, and I believe, Tyler, this will take them to 10-2 in conference play. That's a truly stellar mark as they get set for the postseason here in a few weeks.
Sometimes it looks effortless for Bryce Sanford. Northwest lead up to 16, under 1.5 remaining. Johnson fouled on the drive. Held back to his feet by Williams and Tigges.
Yeah, Bryce Sanford easy to the rim again. That's going to be 2 of the easiest points he sees. Give him 23 now for the senior.
Ward will inbound it deep before Patton. He'll come around the screen, guarded by Manning. Has the ball tipped away, but able to recover it. Johnson will launch a deep 3 and hit another one.
Now, big bucket by Carson Johnson, and maybe too little too late, but he's knocked down some big shots here in the last minute.
He's got 15 tonight, lead scorers for Ankeny. And here's Sanford coming back, and I'm very surprised there was no whistle on that one. It looked like Patton had a hold of his arm.
Yeah, it sure did. Bryce Sanford was going to go up and slam that one. It looked like something happened. The ball was jarred free, and now on the other end, Ankeny gets an and 1.
Aguirre able to convert off of the rebound. He's got 12. That's foul number 3 on Tigges. And some late action here for the Hawks.
Yeah, You can tell, Tyler, this Waukee staff not happy with that last drive and no call. But nonetheless, trailing by 11, Ankeny the other end gets an easy deuce.
That one rings in and out, no good. Sanford will get the board. Under a minute remaining, Northwest is going to pull off the victory here tonight.
Yep, an impressive win at home. Give Ankeny credit. They came on the road, battled, and you mentioned it in the pregame. They've beat some quality opponents this season, including Waukee. Come on the road tonight, play a Northwest team that's one of the best in the state, battled for 3.5 quarters, but the better team in the end picks up the victory.
And I will say, though, Ankeny hitting their stride at the right time of year. We've seen teams go on runs like this. Urbandale did it last year. They struggled at the beginning of the year, went on a nice run, got all the way to the sub-state finals before losing to Northwest. And I told you before the game, I got to play against Alan Lazard. That team started off like 2-10, won 10 straight to get to the sub-state final and upset us, Hoover, and Waukee on the road, making the state tournament before they got blown out.
Yeah, isn't that incredible? And you're talking about a football player on the basketball court. That's exactly what Ankeny has as well. And Patton, you never know. This is a guard-laden team. Anything can happen in February and March. Basketball, playing together, team sport. They have a quality group. You're right. They can definitely make a run.
And this is a team you're not going to want to play come tournament time. There's a couple of teams hovering around that area. Johnston, another one like that in the CIML. But Northwest, a team you really don't want to play come tournament time. 13-2 entering tonight. They pick up the victory. A nice bounce-back win after getting blown out by Waukee. 66-55, our final score. Price Sandford leading the way. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 16 for Henry Manning, and 14 for Grant Tigas, as well as 9 for Cade Kelderman and 2 for Natish Sakarampi. All 5 starters getting points tonight. 2 for Andrew Coase as well. On the other side, 15 for Carson Johnson, 12 for Leo Aguirre, 11 for Jamison Patton, 5 for Cash Schoolin, and 4 each for Maddox Ward, Jazon Williams, and Devin Akers. Any final thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Yeah, I tell you what, Tyler, it's been fun. We had 2 terrific games here this evening. Obviously, Waukee picks up a win here in the late portion, or the nightcap, I should say. Price Sandford, terrific effort inside the arc, getting it done this evening. But Grant Tigas and Henry Manning were absolutely the focal points tonight, and they delivered when it mattered most. Both averaging 7 a game. They well exceed those expectations. Partner, it's been fun.
Yep. And on a game where it was a hard-fought 23 for Price Sandford, didn't hit a 3 tonight, got to the rim, and it was a struggle of a game at times for Cade Kelderman, half of his season average tonight, but Northwest still gets the victory by double figures, showing how dangerous they can be in a big game like this. Ankeny picks up the win in girls basketball, 59-52, and Northwest captures the victory in boys basketball, 66-55, the final. For all of us here at CISN and my broadcast partner tonight, Colin Brown, I'm Tyler French, signing off. We'll see you next time.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional-grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts.